That's Permajack of STLewis.com. Permajack. Solid as rock.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
3:32 on this Thursday afternoon. Captain Paul, how's traffic?
Well, Heidi, they just cleared a crash on 64 West at 270, but traffic is still congested back to Clayton Road. The slowdown has begun on 55 South at 4500 South Broadway, and 64 East bogs down around 170. This traffic report is brought to you by the St. Louis Boat and Fishing Show. It's the premier show for boaters, fishermen, and anybody that loves the outdoors. The St. Louis Boat and Fishing Show at the Americas Center, February 20th through the 22nd. See the boats, pet live stingrays, visit the Cardinal Cowboy, trophy whitetail deer mounts, and more. Visit stlouisboatshows.com for more info. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
What's on at the movies?
What's on at the movies? And now it's Max on Movies on the Heidi Glaus Show. Here is KTRS's very own movie guru, Matt Swayze on the Big 550, the movie talk of St. Louis.
Oh, my love, my darling.
You can't hear this song and not see pottery, can you?
It's true.
It kind of goes together.
Actually picturing Demi Moore dancing with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh.
That's odd.
That's very odd, but that's
Usually people
Josh.
just think of the pottery making scene.
Yes.
True story about this very tune. I was in my early teens, I guess, when this movie came out, and my cousin and I were hanging out. It was over the summer, and we'd seen trailers for Ghost, and we both really wanted to see it because back then there was nobody cooler than Patrick Swayze, and it had almost like a kind of scary element to the trailers. And so we were both obsessed, and we hadn't had any adult yet who was going to go take us to see it, and we were listening to some radio station, and they started to play Unchained Melody, and my cousin called the radio station to say, "What is this? This is an awful song. Get it off here." We'd never heard it before, right? We didn't know who the Everly Brothers were, and the DJ says, "This is from that new movie Ghost, so they want us to play it."
And then you guys are going, "Oh."
And then Justin was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and carry on. It's fine."
And you still wanted to see the movie
we
or
still
no?
wanted to see the movie. Yeah,
Okay,
I ended up loving it when I saw it.
Well, surprisingly romantic movie. At
I
least
agree.
For you, Max.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I mean, it's
I would
also
say surprisingly romantic for all.
It's got a great comedic character with Whoopi Goldberg, who won the Academy
You and Danger
Award.
Girl.
Oh my gosh, Molly.
Danger Girl, which is great to win for a comedic
That's the best
role.
line.
Yeah,
You and Danger Girl.
And of course Tony Goldwyn, who would
Yes.
later go on to voice Tarzan for Disney, and it kind of looks like
Really?
him. Yeah, and he
You
did
think that, and then I think Kerry Washington, and he plays the president in Scandal.
Absolutely.
He
Yeah.
was in. I didn't realize this until I looked it up. He was in Oppenheimer.
He's in a lot of
Tony
things.
Goldwyn
He's a good
is
actor.
a working
And a good
actor.
director.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So Max Foyce
hello.
today is discussing some movies that are surprisingly romantic.
Yeah.
And I was
This
talking
was
to
you came up with
Well,
this.
don't. What if people don't like it?
Yeah, right.
Welcome to my world. You were wrong about that review. Okay.
That movie stunk.
I was thinking Top Gun because it's an action movie,
Yeah.
but then it's surprisingly
Take my
romantic.
breath
And
Yeah.
what did I say?
The volleyball scene.
Yeah,
She
super,
meant the volleyball scene, I
super
think.
romantic.
I mean, I wouldn't. Romantic isn't the first word that pops into my mind when I
Erotic.
think about that.
Yes, that is true.
Another movie with a Righteous Brothers song in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Close your eyes anymore.
When
If
I
somebody
kiss-
turned that 78 RPM to 30, 33 and a third.
So, what do you put on the list, Max?
So I've got 6 movies here,
Okay.
and I think 2 of them could be categorized in the rom-com genre. So we'll get to those, just in case people roll their eyes at my first 2, because being me, I have to start with the scary movies.
Okay.
To start with the horror films. And the first one that I thought
Do
of...
they end happily?
No,
Okay.
of course not. A lot of these don't. But when Josh and I were talking about doing something for Valentine's Day or romantic films, the very first film that I thought of, because I've spoken before about how how romantic this film is, but it's Bram Stoker's Dracula,
Yes.
the one by Francis Ford Coppola.
I would love to hear people's thoughts on the text line.
And, there's maybe no greater line in lovelorn cinema than when Dracula says, "I have crossed oceans of time to be with you." That is unbelievably romantic.
Well,
when he's
no, he
talking
was
to
saying because I
Nina
knew you
Harker.
could find a better hairdresser for
Well,
me.
there you go. There you go. Now, Bob absolutely hates this movie,
Except
said
for some of the visuals.
except for Winona Ryder, who's
in
very
the
easy on the eyes.
other,
Yes, Dracula's
Yes.
wife. I think Monica Bellucci was one of them
I
as
think
well.
so.
Jude Law's ex-wife.
Yes, she was not Mina, but Lucy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I absolutely think that one works as a romantic film. Another one that I think I've mentioned here before. This was a very strange, what they called a zom-com instead of a rom-com.
Didn't know that was a genre.
Well, it's not really. But
Subgenre for a film.
yes, this is a zombie love story where you have Teresa Palmer who falls in love with Nicholas Hoult, who's then turned into a zombie. And so it's called Warm Bodies. And it is over the top. It is goofy. It is a comedy. But there's a real love story, too, between
That's
the
interesting.
lady and the zombie.
Good idea.
Yeah, I thought so, too. It's a pretty fun one, and not a lot of people have seen that one. All right, for my next one, to get halfway through the list here, let's talk about a kid's film. And I'm really not a huge fan of this movie. I think it's a little pandering, but I know it has its fans. And I did pick up a 4K Criterion Collection copy of this for my kid because he loves the movie.
Of a movie you hate.
Yes, that's what my wife said. Like, why do we have this? You don't like this movie. But I'm talking about Wall-E. And the whole first part of that movie, which has very little dialogue, you have this lonely robot, and through the course of the movie, he meets another robot, a space-age robot, and there is a robot love story between Wall-E and Eve.
If I could find a love like Wall-E and Eve have,
Right?
you know,
You don't have it with your marriage?
Wow.
it's a pretty good love that those two robots share.
When they're out and he's got the fire extinguisher and they're floating around so he can fly with
Would
it,
I
it's pretty
risk
nice.
being stranded in space for my
Right.
wife? That's the question.
All right, so those are the first three. We've got Dracula, Warm Bodies, and Wall-E. And next on my list of the unexpected, really romantic films, this is one that Steve Carell was in that I think you probably could put into the rom-com genre, but he absolutely hated the title for this. He went to the producers. He went to the director. He went to the screenwriters. He said, we need to call this The Wingman because Ryan Gosling is my wingman, and that's going to play for guys. If we go with this title, guys aren't going to see it. And they said, nope, too bad. So sad. We're going to keep the original title, which is Crazy, Stupid,
I
Love.
love that movie.
It's so good.
One of my all-time favorites.
It's really good.
Yep.
Talking about Patrick Swayze, they do the whole Dirty Dancing
Yes.
lift. Yeah.
I didn't know about the title thing.
Yeah.
I think Carell's right.
I kind of do too,
Yeah.
because I think I know people who haven't seen the film because they thought it would be too much of what's known as a chick flick. But The Wingman's a great title that
Really
hasn't
is.
been used.
Really is.
There's just so many great storylines in that movie.
And the twist to get to it.
yes.
The reveal at the party is one of the all-time best twists in a movie where nobody sees it coming. It's so well done.
Yep.
Hey, Max, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was so good.
There's
so
so,
well done.
many different storylines going on. The Wingman's only one of them.
True.
So-
Well, they won with Crazy Stupid Love, and if you haven't seen it for Valentine's Day, that's a
It's
good one.
Yeah.
definite.
All right,
Yeah.
I've got two left, and let's go with a very strange French film that is absolutely heartwarming. It's a heightened reality, almost fantasy film. It's about a cinema-obsessed young French woman who decides to spread joy with everybody that she meets. She wants to make everybody happy, but along the way, she falls in love and, of course, finds that happiness for herself. It's called Amélie. And this one
saw
has
that, yeah.
Audrey Tautou. It's very, very good.
It is a good movie.
And it's visually interesting. Every 2 seconds, there's another great pop of color. And these are characters that you really fall for. And then when she finds her own happiness, you're not, there's not a dry eye in the house.
Yeah, I don't generally like foreign films, but that's a good one.
Amelie,
I've never seen it, so I'm putting it on the list.
you would love it. And this is a great sort of gateway into watching more foreign films because it's so
Yeah.
it's so humanist and so approachable that halfway through, you're forgetting about all the barriers and just enjoying this great story.
I was doing an overnight shift in this very studio probably 14 years ago, and I watched Amelie.
Yeah, it's great.
You get to watch a lot of movies when you work the overnight shift.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, great. Wonderful.
Very charming.
You left out.
I was
whether
gonna
or not it
say.
Hated it.
was- like it was the worst night at work I've ever had.
And yada, 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 here I am.
Yeah.
All right, and my final one for the unconventional romantic movies for Valentine's Day. And thanks for coming up with this topic, Heidi. I think it's a good one. This is one I wanted to talk about this week anyway, and I wasn't sure how I was going to until we had this topic. And that's because this movie stars Ruth Gordon, who is just a wonderful actress who later in her career worked with David Lynch, and earlier in her career, so many great things. And Bud Cort, who unfortunately passed away this week. Bud Cort was known off-screen for being a wildly eccentric person this movie's called Harold and Maude. And it is about a young man who is completely disaffected and bored with life. He can't get his parents to spend any time with him or even take notice of him. So he goes out of his way to plan elaborate suicides in front of his mom, just to make his mom flip out. And he also likes to hang out at funerals, not funerals of people that he knows. He just likes to go to funerals.
Like instead of wedding crashers, he's a funeral crasher.
Yeah, and guess what? He meets a lady in her 70s who's doing the same thing. And these two kick off a friendship that I don't want to say that it delves into romance, but there's a real love between Harold and Maude because they're so similar and they're at such opposite ends of their life. Harold has his whole life in front of him and Maude is at the end of hers, but they have this connection with one another and they bring out the best of one another and they temper each other's eccentricities. So it's just an absolutely incredible film from Hal Ashby. It's one of those that you watch once and it never really leaves your head.
Oh,
it's one that for the rest of your life you're like, do you remember Harold and Maude? And when Bud Cort passed earlier this week, my wife said to me, Katie said, do you think Oscar, our son, do you think he'd like Harold and Maude? I said, no. But in a couple years, probably.
Well, Heidi, since you haven't seen it, I will say this. It's absolutely a classic. I've never met anyone that's watched it that hasn't liked it except me.
What?
What do you not like about it?
I don't know. I just found... I haven't seen it in probably 30 years.
It tried too hard?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get hooked.
It is
off-putting.
It is an odd and off-putting movie with odd and off-putting characters.
Yeah.
And if you aren't along for that ride, I get how it's.
But seriously, I've never heard anyone else who's seen it say they didn't like it. I'm the only one.
You have me shocked. I am shocked. I thought you were going to say that you love it.
Did they ever?
Wow.
Do they?
No.
Went out for burgers?
Yeah.
No. Wow, Heidi.
I think they did.
I know. By the way, somebody says Amelie is playing at the High Point Saturday at 3:45.
What a
How about
wonderful
that?
thing
There
for
you go,
Valentine's Day.
Heidi.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
I have one that, because I'm trying to, all the ones I was thinking of were obviously romantic.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to throw this one at you.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the scowl or at least a raised eyebrow.
Hey, listen, you don't like Harold and Maude, so I think we're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we've passed that bridge.
Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, yeah. No, Last of the Mohicans absolutely counts. With
I
Madeline
will
Stowe.
find
Yeah,
you.
no matter how long. Yeah, exactly. Apparently that was either improvised or he was frustrated with something, and then they loved that scene so much they put it in the trailers.
And then the younger sister and the other Mohican gentleman who gets killed, and she kills herself before before the Indians can take her.
wow.
What I love about that movie is people forget it's a Michael Mann movie.
Yeah.
And he's such an accomplished, wonderful director, and it was really great to see him do a period piece. He usually doesn't do that. And also Daniel Day-Lewis, when you think action hero, you might not think Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's great.
And yet...
He's great.
Right?
He's a chameleon.
It's really a good film. I watched it again the other day.
Somebody
really
said
good.
Zorro with Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
A big a blank spot for me. I've never seen either of those Zorro films, and people love them, especially that first one. I think Mask of Zorro or whatever it's called.
And somebody said Harold and Maude, one of my all-time favorite movies, and then
Great.
somebody did say "There with You, Bob."
Didn't love it.
Didn't love it. Yeah.
Her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. Obviously, it doesn't end well for him. But right there, I'm like, how could a movie where a guy falls in love with his cell phone, can it be this joyous and heartbreaking?
I think a lot of that, we've talked before about Scarlett Johansson's voice work there. And I know that the director had Samantha Morton on set, and she was doing the voice, and they watched a rough edit and said, this isn't working. And And what Scarlett did with that character, which is very difficult, obviously to convey so many emotions just with your voice. I mean,
yes.
Look at us. Look at how talented we are. Yeah. but I really think that
or lack thereof.
ScarJo did an incredible job.
The only one I could think of, and I mentioned this, I forgot what the topic was, football maybe or something, I don't remember. But Heaven Can Wait, it's really a ridiculous comedy, but then Warren Beatty and Julie Christie had obvious real and on-screen chemistry.
Off-screen, yeah.
And at the end, I won't give away the ending if nobody hadn't seen it. I know it's 50 years old, but could that kind of fit, or was it always intentionally romantic?
No, I think anything like that's sold like a comedy, but you have actual heart there. I mean, it kind of reminds me, there was this movie called Eternity that came out last year with Lizzie Olsen, and that was billed as a comedy, but it had some real good heart there too.
Yeah, somebody else said Titanic and the new Hugh Jackman film. I mean, Song Sung Blue is...
Well, that's a real story, and obviously they were
a great movie.
Yeah. With Titanic, I would push back on that a little bit, only because I think you're going to see a romance, right? I mean, I guess people did go just to watch the boat sink, but I feel like people knew that was a romance.
I went for the boat.
Well, yes, of course, yes.
What's coming up this weekend?
Of course, he says.
Coming up this weekend, we've got reviews of Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and Cold Storage. The star of Cold Storage is Georgina Campbell. She will be on the show as well. Yeah, so it should be a fun one.
All right, well, we'll be listening.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you,
Max.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Josh.
It's easy. You only need to know. Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be. You know that there are, you know that there are, you know that there are.
Hey, it's Heidi, and if the new year means a new look for your home, look no further than Dalco Home Remodeling. Let me just tell you, customers could not be happier. If you're looking for new windows, Dalco Home Remodeling has you covered. If you're looking for a new door, they can custom make you a front door. They can do French doors, they can do sliding doors, and they can stain it or paint it to whatever you have going on or whatever new color you want to add. Let me just tell you about some of the happy clients. You've got Alex, who said, I had Dalco replace several windows and doors on one of my properties, did a top quality job for me, would definitely recommend. And he's just one of many. You know, Dalco Home Remodeling has been around for more than 50 years. They are family owned and family operated. So if you're ready to get your dream project underway, go to DalcoHomeRemodeling.com. You can also give them a call at 314-298-7300.
Let's meet the contestants on today's dating game.
Contestant number 1, I'm upside down. What can you do for me?
Not much, but HW Kia will pay off your trade even if you owe thousands more than it's worth.
Contestant number 2, if I'm a first timer or been turned down, what can you do for me?
Nothing, but HW Kia can get first time buyers, customers turned down, and those with a job clearing $450 per week approved.
Contestant number 3, my monthly bill comes and it's more than I can pay. What can you do for me?
Not a thing, but you'll never overpay at HW Kia. Get a brand new Kia with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty for under 20 grand.
Well, there's no contest. I choose HW Kia.
Don't be pushed into a blind deal. Pick the winner, HW Kia in West County. New Kia K4 LXS, just $19,995. Plus, bring any trade and get up to 120% over KBB fair market value. HWKia.com.
On approved credit, not all will qualify, plus tax, title, license, and 587 title and registration processing fee. Negative equity refinanced and new loan. Rebates and incentives to dealer. Offers not in combination. Expires 3/2/26.
Before you put your home on the market, before you have to pay money fixing it up to sell it, before you have to pay real estate commissions, call me. I'm Mike Robinson with Robank Properties, and I will buy your home. Any property, any condition, anywhere, and always as is. Call me, Mike Robinson with Robank Properties at 314-283-0867. That's 314-283-0867. You have nothing to lose when you call Robank Properties at 314-283-0867.
Jefferson Starship, the Runaway Again Tour. Saturday, September 26th, the Family Arena. Also featuring Atlanta Rhythm Section. Firefall.
and Orleans. Reserve seats on sale Friday at noon at the Carroll House Furniture box office at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Jefferson Starship, featuring Atlanta Rhythm Section, Firefall in Orleans.
Looking for a great local restaurant recommendation?
Feed me Seymour.
Tune in to the Kuno Food Service weekly special during the Frank and Jill Show, Thursdays at 11. Hear from the best of the best restaurant owners in town. Only on the Frank and Jill Show, Thursdays at 11. Presented by Kuno Food Service, right here on the Big 550 KTRS, the talk of St. Louis. You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
8 minutes before 4 o'clock, Captain Paul, how's traffic?
Heidi, we have one big issues on the roads right now. The exit from 44 West to 270 North is closed due to an accident, with traffic slow back to Lindbergh. The estimated clearance time is 4:25. 55 South is a little slow from Gasconade to 4500 South Broadway. 64 West is busy in front of Forest Park, and 64 East bogs down at 170. This traffic report is brought to you by Neighbors Credit Union. If you're ready to upsize, downsize, or first-time home buy, turn to the team at Neighbors Credit Union. At Neighbors Credit Union, you'll find great rates, expert advice, and personalized friendly service throughout the entire home loan process and beyond. That's just what you'd expect from a great neighbor. Apply online today at neighborscu.org. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
KTRS Red is our way to celebrate Heart Health Month, and one of our sponsors is Brown & Brown Law Firm. Eli Hadowski is a litigation partner there and is joining us to answer a few questions. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Heidi.
So, when all the snow covered St. Louis, I think a lot of us were worried and thought, should we be shoveling our steps? Do we need to be shoveling our steps?
Sure.
What would happen if someone would fall? Would the homeowner then be liable?
Those are great questions, and how an attorney always answers is it depends, right?
Okay.
Missouri follows what they call the Massachusetts rule, which it does not put a duty on a landowner to clear or salt or do anything if it's a natural accumulation.
Got it.
If they're out there watering the grass when it's 20 degrees, then you got a problem, right? But if it's ice and snow that's falling, you do not have to do anything. You don't have a duty. And if you don't have a duty.
But let me ask you this. You say natural occurring. If I shovel and then I leave it all, in a big mound in front of my neighbor's house, then I have moved that. Am I now liable for something like that?
Josh, you hit on a couple of the exceptions. One of them is if you take action to try to, mitigate the snow or the ice, you better do it right.
Well, because it could refreeze.
And that's a big problem. Think of the weather we're having this week and last week. It's warm during the day, freezes at night. I had a case many years ago is exactly that. They pushed it up in the corner. It's uphill slightly. At night, it's refreezing. He comes out in the next morning, slips, falls on what does not look like ice. It looks black ice. It looks clear, and that they were accountable. Now, typically, that's a tough one though. Normally, as long as you clear it well, you're probably going to be okay. One of the exceptions you see to the main rule that you don't have to do anything is if you have a contractual obligation. Now, you're going to see that mostly in apartment or condo complexes.
Parking lots and that sort of thing?
Well, only if it's common walkways, parking lots, but only if it's a contract situation where you have an apartment complex and part of your agreement with your lease is, hey, we're going to keep this clear for you. Same thing with a condo. And if they fail to do it, then they are liable.
Got you.
So, okay. Eli, are you better not to touch your steps?
Typically, yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Or like you said, do a really good job.
That too.
Okay, Now, what happens if you have really kind neighbors and they do it for you without even asking you? And then it refreezes.
You got a law school question is what you have. That's a great question. And I don't know. That's one that a judge would have to decide and see whether it gets to a jury or a jury would have to decide.
Well, it's an attorney that's doing it, so I'm going to tell him to stop.
I had heard that if you invite someone onto your property and you don't clear a way for them, and then they come up your stairs and they're walking in, and then whoop, they slip on something. And then when it comes to inviting someone, if you order a package from Amazon, are you inviting the delivery driver to come up to your door?
So, right, Josh, it's typical premise liability law is if you invite somebody, you have to have your property well maintained or warn them if there's any dangers, that type of thing. This is an exception to the general rule. And so the exception to the general rule is if it's ice and snow of a natural accumulation, you don't have to do anything.
Eli, our text line, our listeners are so smart. They want to know if footprints or tire tracks disrupt the natural accumulation.
I was wondering that this week myself. We got a pretty good driveway, and I've got a bunch of kids that are all driving now. So we got cars coming and going, and we had, 8-10 inches of snow. And we just drove over it, and then it's packed down, and then
it becomes ice.
Yeah, so I kind of wondered that myself, and I don't know that answer. That's going to be a tough one. I would say that you did not undertake any action to try to clear it. Obviously, it changed from when it fell, but you weren't trying to do something to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's one of those gray areas that sometimes it has to be decided by a court of law.
And who's got the better lawyer, maybe?
Maybe so, Bob.
If something were to happen and somebody is injured, what should you do to protect yourself? I mean, should you be taking pictures like if you're in a accident with a car? Is there anything that you need to be doing?
If you're the injured party, any documentation helps. If you fall and then you're immediately jumping up and taking pictures of video, people are going to be a little skeptical.
Yeah.
I think more than anything, make sure you get a good medical treatment. The medical treatment will document your injuries, and then the attorneys, the earlier you call them, the better they can get out and do an investigation and make sure that any evidence is preserved.
Got it. And if you are the homeowner, should you have pictures of what the area looked like, that it was maybe cleared off or it wasn't?
Sure. Any documentation helps if it establishes proof of what your position was, and it's better to have a visual than just telling people what it was.
Before we let you go, what is the craziest case you've had when it comes to this?
Gosh, I wasn't ready for that one.
There's been so many.
I've had some some poor people that have fell and really hurt themselves bad. One lady laid out there for several hours after she fell and broke her hip, and was an older lady, and it wasn't until somebody finally heard her dog barking a few hours later.
Oh my!
So she had not only a broken hip and all that goes with that, but she had some hypothermia issues going on as well. And
that's
wow,
brutal.
that is tough. Hopefully she's fine now. So, Eli, this has been so helpful. And, of course, if you guys have a question for Brown & Brown, you can always call them at 314-333-3333. Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Heidi.
Is it time to make a change with your bank? Hi, it's Julie Buck for Triad Bank. They are a full-service financial institution with 2 locations, and they've been around since 2005 with a mission to provide a wide range of commercial and personal banking services. Here's their website. It's triadbanking.com.
Repairing chimneys, walkways, porches, foundations, entire homes, anything to do with brick or stone, you need a tuck pointer you can trust, and that, of course, is Morelli. Morelli is a family-run business started in 1991, and they're only as good as their last customer. That's why when you check out the reviews online at MorelliTuckPointing.com, you'll notice that they're actual customers who are singing the praises of Morelli. So if you need a tuck pointer, you need Morelli. 314-645-1387 or MorelliTuckPointing.com.
Davis, anchor of Prime, streaming weeknights on ABC News Live. In Arizona, the FBI returned to Nancy Guthrie's home today, focusing on the front porch for clues. The Pima County Sheriff told a local news outlet that 2 gloves have been found about a mile and a half away from Guthrie's home. They're now being analyzed. And authorities are asking Guthrie's neighbors to provide ring video footage for a range of dates before and after her disappearance. ABC's Alex Stone has more.
Investigators are now asking Nancy Guthrie's neighbors if they can go and check their security cameras in the Ring app. They're being asked to check for video from January 11th and from January 31st. That was the day before Guthrie went missing. Because there could have been a suspicious vehicle in the area, They've received over 18,000 tips. It appears are now working through them.
A federal judge temporarily blocked the Department of Defense from attempting to demote and reduce the retirement benefits for Senator Mark Kelly, stemming from the video the Navy combat veteran made with fellow Democrats. The U.S. District Judge says the DOD and Secretary Pete Hegseth trampled on Kelly's First Amendment rights. Here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
This is all tied back to that video that the president really thrust into the spotlight of a number of congressional Democrats who have backgrounds in the military or the intelligence community, speaking directly via a social media video to U.S. troops, saying that they can deny to follow illegal orders. They can decline to go along with an illegal order. That's all these members said in this video.
And in New York City, the Pride flag is flying once again at the historic Stonewall Inn after the National Park Service removed it from the National Monument. The inn was the historic site of the Stonewall riots decades ago, which sparked the gay rights movement. New York elected officials raised the flags once again next to the American flag on a separate flagpole. No word yet from the Trump administration if it will be removed again. You're listening to ABC News.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
56 degrees at 4:03 with KTRS News. I'm Steve Potter. The cause of an overnight fire at a retirement home in West County is under investigation. Firefighters were called to the Delmar Gardens retirement home in Chesterfield just after 3 o'clock this morning. A help session is scheduled later today in North County to assist people in applying for compensation tied to radioactive waste exposure. This after 6 homes in Florissant were demolished after the Army Corps of Engineers found contamination in the yards. The online application to apply is now open, and today's session will start at 5 p.m. at Westview Middle School. 907 claims have been approved so far, with over 6,000 awaiting approval. St. Louis County Executive Sam Page spoke out yesterday about the county budget. He addressed a reduction of about $49 million in services from his proposed budget that was made in December. Page says he agrees with the council that there is a budget problem.
Meanwhile, we will continue to review the budget weekly and look for creative ways to continue as many of our services as possible. But the cost of doing business in St. Louis County increases every day.
One of the effects of the budget cuts will be the closing of the St. Louis County Government Center in Chesterfield on February 27th. Also, St. Vincent's Aquatic Center and the Kennedy Aquatic Center will not open this summer. Illinois and 3 other states are suing the Trump administration for cutting more than $600 million in public health grants. These funding cuts would also force states to lay off hundreds of public health professionals. Cuts to Illinois' public health programs alone could exceed $100 million. Missouri Senator Josh Hawley and Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut have introduced the Guaranteeing Rate Insulation from Data Centers Act to stop data centers from driving up energy costs. Meanwhile, officials are working to develop regulations on possible centers in St. Louis.
The Planning and Urban Design Agency says it's looking to maintain a delicate balance that addresses environmental concerns without fully closing the door on data centers. The regulations were directed by Mayor Kara Spencer in an executive order last year that called on the agency and Planning Commission to find the best practices for regulating the facilities. The final plan will go before the Board of Aldermen for approval. Jill Enders, KTRS News.
The Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis's Matthews Dickey Club are hosting the second annual High School Hoops Tournament Saturday at Normandy High School's Viking Hall. The basketball event brings together student athletes, coaches, and families from area schools for a day focusing on teamwork, leadership, and community engagement. This KTRS Business Minute brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, who wants to help you show your loved one that you care this Valentine's Day with hand-delivered flowers. Send a sweet surprise with one of their head-turning arrangements or gift sets. They have wonderful selections ready to say I love you. Trust Walter Knoll Florist to deliver your Valentine's Day gift. Go to WKF.com. Ameren is reporting higher earnings for 2025 as the St. Louis-based utility points to major infrastructure investment and is forecasting things that include potential demand growth from new data centers. Ameren said 2025 net income attributable to common shareholders rose to $1.4 billion. The market's now brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune into Straight Talk of Retirement Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. At close, the Dow down 669 points at 49,452. NASDAQ down 462 at 22,597. And the S&P 500 down 108 at 6,832. Now let's check in with Paul for KTRS Sports and Traffic.
Steve, 6 Mizzou football players have been invited to the NFL's scouting combine. The list includes linebacker Josiah Trotter, wide receiver Kevin Coleman, and defensive back Toriano Pride. And former Cardinal Miles Michaelis has agreed to terms on a 1-year contract with Washington. Michaelis has made the second most starts in the big league since the start of the 2022 season. I'm Paul Kopsky from the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk, and now on to traffic. The exit from 44 West to 270 North is open again after being closed due to an accident. 55 South is running slow from Gasconade to 4500 South Broadway. 64 West is busy in front of Forest Park. 64 East bogs down at 170. And in Illinois, 64 East is congested from 255 to 157. This traffic report is brought to you by the HBR Home Expo. Got home projects on your mind? Head to the HBR Home Expo, February 27th, 28th, and March 1st. Meet hundreds of experts. Enjoy hands-on DIY Cocodema classes, plus free admission and free parking. The HBR Home Expo, everything for your home, all in one place. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Our forecast calls for partly cloudy skies tonight, an overnight low in the mid-30s. Sunny tomorrow with a high around 60. At 4:08. Sunny skies, 56 degrees at the Gold Tower at Westport. Steve Potter, KTRS News, the talk of St. Louis.
Every year, at least 15,000 people in Missouri die from it, leaving behind children, spouses, mothers, and fathers. It's the #1 killer in Missouri. It's heart disease. There is good news. Heart disease can often be prevented, and the Big 550 wants to help with KTRS Red. All this month, American Heart Month. The Big 550 will help improve your heart health with simple changes you can make now to help lower your risk of developing heart disease. Changes like
losing weight,
learning how to stop smoking,
Drinking in moderation.
Watching what you eat.
and becoming more active.
Don't become a statistic. Become heart healthy all February with KTRS Red. KTRS Red is presented by Schrader Funeral Home and Crematory, McKnight Place, Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services Heart Disease Program, Wise Woman Program, and Brown & Brown Attorneys at Law.
It's Jill Farmer. Medicare is overwhelming. Parts, plans, deadlines. It's a lot. That's why so many of you turn to Ryan Raphael, the Medicare man. Ryan breaks Medicare down in plain English, helps you compare options, and make sure you're not overpaying or undercovered. No pressure, no confusion, just clear guidance from someone who actually cares. If you're turning 65, already on Medicare, or helping a parent navigate it all, start with someone you can trust. For the right plan, call a Medicare man. 314-368-6808, MedicareManSTL.com.
Galmish & Sons have been providing quality heating and cooling services since 1950. They work exclusively with Lennox, the preferred choice of St. Louis homeowners. Call Galmish & Sons for your next Lennox HVAC installation and service. 314-993-1110.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Our headlines for this Thursday afternoon, February 12th. Dr. Pepper and Tic Tacs join forces for a new soda-flavored candy. The breath-freshening candy and soda icon have created Tic Tac Dr. Pepper Mints. The collaboration packs the drink's 23 flavor blend in the candy's classic oblong shape. Each package blends the two brands' logos in a maroon label that matches, of course, the soda cans. Plus, the treats are available in the typical Tic Tac Mints box or an extra large version that has 200. I think I'd try it first before I went with 200.
You know what? Just give me the 200.
Dr. Pepper Mints are available at select stores starting today, and then we'll expand to more national retailers in the coming months. So, would you try it?
Yeah, I'd try anything.
I love Dr. Pepper.
I was going to say.
When I drink a soda, it's my go-to.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
People love Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
And they even say that Diet Dr. Pepper tastes just like regular Dr. Pepper.
It's pretty good. I usually do a mixture if I'm at Lion's Choice.
Oh, you'll do...
I'll do a little diet and a little regular to make it a... Yep.
It's definitely something that we'll have in the house if we're on DeSoto. We're currently off. But a good cherry Coke is good, too.
Not bad.
I guess I'm the contrarian today.
Wait, what?
All day long.
You don't like cherry Coke either?
Or Dr. Pepper.
What? All right, soda. Soda me, baby. What's your go-to soda?
Coke.
Red Coke? Like boring?
Who calls
You
it
mean like the
red?
number one selling soft drink on the planet? You mean that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one.
That's it.
Who's the contrarian now?
I don't like Red Coke.
Shock.
More for me. No, I'm trying to be off it. I had a small one from McDonald's today. Excuse me. But I don't have them very often.
Yeah,
it
is, to be honest, and this is really honest, the only time I drink a soda is if I'm hungover.
Yeah.
And that's not very often.
No, when I was really bad, I bet for 25 years I was a diet Mountain Dew addict.
Oh my God!
I have a friend that used to go through a case of Mountain Dew a day.
That's what I would have at breakfast.
Yeah.
For breakfast.
For breakfast?
We have caffeine.
Aren't you guys the one that told me not to drink energy drinks?
I learned.
I was going to say, you got to learn from your mistakes.
If it's neon green, you probably shouldn't
a good
be.
sign.
You were talking about energy drinks. They all have a neon green kind of color.
Yeah, well, I was going for the Celsius.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the health advocates, right?
Yeah. I wish Lauren Risley was in today because pickleball's not as safe as you thought it was.
There's a lot of injuries.
Florida couple gets into heated pickleball brawl
What'd you say?
with over 20 country club members.
I thought we were just talking about elbow or knee, maybe a shoulder.
What state are they from, Bob?
Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Verbal altercations during a match led to a physical fight, and a Florida couple was arrested.
I want to see video.
Anthony Sapienza, 63, and his wife, Julianne Sapienza, were arrested. That's really how you pronounce it. I don't think I'd say,
Anthony! Anthony!
Well, you'll like this. It started when one couple accused Anthony of stepping in the kitchen.
Oh, and he said he didn't.
He said he didn't. They got together, and Anthony Sapienza popped him with a left, and then hit him with his pickleball
With the paddle.
cut him open.
Cut him
with the edge of it.
Whoa!
Actually, I left the big part out. After the first exchange, he and his wife were leaving, but then Anthony looked back over his shoulder and said, "Your wife is a..."
Oh, then it's
That was
on.
it.
Yeah.
And then it was on. I said, "Don't speak to my wife that way." Anthony said, "Okay, how about this?" That's when he punched him and then hit him with the paddle.
Yeah.
The cops came. There was blood everywhere. 20 people involved.
20. And was it equally divided, or was it...
I think it was the Sapienzas against the world.
Yeah. Hey, how do you like this pickle?
Pop!
Vitus Snobatorium.
Okay, so I have a story, but I also have an update on the biathlete who professed his love for his girlfriend, who he had just recently cheated on.
I know she's responded, but I couldn't even bring myself to see what she said.
She has weighed in. Now, they've been dating for they only dated 6 months.
Right.
I don't know why this is such a story, but 3 months in, he cheated
Because he's
on her.
insane.
I was going to say.
And then after winning the bronze medal, professed his love live on television that he ruined You said
His one true love.
No. He lost the gold medal of love.
Yeah.
What a dope.
She's weighed in. She says it's hard to forgive even after a declaration of love in front of the whole world. However, she said, I did not choose to be put in this position, and it hurts to have to be in it. We've had contact, and he is aware of my positions on this.
I was going to say, I think he just made it worse.
He did.
Like,
He did.
If he knows, then you don't go and double down on it.
We all know people who are lovelorn and they make mistakes and then they double and triple down on them. And you try to tell them and they just
can't.
They can't get out of their own way.
Yep.
He went on to say, I cannot change what happened, but for the rest of the Olympics, I'm putting this behind me and just focusing on the games. He also apologized to his teammate who won the gold medal, but this ridiculous story has been overshadowing.
Yeah.
And then just really briefly, authorities in Nepal have arrested 6 travel and mountain rescue executives accused of conducting fake helicopter rescues in the Himalayas and scamming insurance companies out of $20 million.
What do they do? Oh, we couldn't find them. Sorry, but you still got to pay us?
6 people from 3 different travel companies over the course of 2022 through 2025 conducted fake reports, hospital reports, flights, medical invoices, sent it off to the insurance companies.
I wonder who flipped. Somebody started feeling guilty and said,
It was $20 million. This is one of the exclamation points. One of the companies faked 171 rescues out of 1,200. How many times do they have to go up and pick up these people? The big part of the story is to try to climb Mount Everest or even hike up there. You have to show proof of insurance. So
Makes sense.
all these people are getting hiking insurance or whatever, and these companies are like, well, let's make fake helicopter flights and bilk the insurance companies.
Wow.
Yeah, it is crazy. Last night, I left a little early to go and meet folks at Altair Travel because we were learning more about Iceland, which we are going to go October 23rd. It was so much fun because there were probably 8 people from our Costa Rica trip. So it was like a mini reunion. Everybody's hugging. It's so fun to travel with a group.
Well, and then when they come in, everybody's so excited because so much of a great trip is anticipation.
Absolutely. And so then when you get to see more and more pictures and you get all of the details about what we're going to see in Iceland, it's just more exciting than I was even before. I mean, it really is the the land of fire and ice because you have the steaming lava fields, and then you go and you have these beautiful waterfalls, and then these ice sculptures. It's just unlike anything you've ever seen before. And we are literally going to be there and experience all of it. Some of it is very, very remote. They said every night we will go somewhere in search of the Northern Lights. So if you don't want to go each night, you don't have to. But if you want to see them over and over again, we're going to go to a place that gives you the best option to see the Northern Lights. Good news is you still have time to learn more. So you can call Altair Travel at 314-968-9600. You can go to ktrs.com to learn more. But just a reminder, Colette does everything. That's who was giving us all the details last night. That's who did the presentation and showed us all the video and the beautiful pictures. But flights, meals, hotels, all the local experiences when we hop on and off that bus, it's taken care of. All you have to do is sign up and have the time of your life with me. So again, we're going October 23rd, and you can learn more at altairtravel.com or ktrs.com. By the way, Big D's here. It's going to be really fun in about 5 minutes.
Attention KTRS listeners, Appliance Discounters has a deal for you. Shop now and receive an instant 5% rebate off your next appliance purchase. 5% instant savings off their already low prices. And you can receive other factory rebates, some up to $1,500 direct from the manufacturer. Huge savings, locally owned, next day delivery, 18 months interest-free financing. Appliance Discounters with 6 area locations or online at theappliancediscounters.com.
Hey, it's Jill Farmer for Premier Heating and Cooling. When winter hits St. Louis, your furnace doesn't get a day off. And if yours is older, it may be running nonstop and still not keeping you comfortable. Winter has a way of exposing weak links. You're probably paying more and getting less. Or if your home never quite feels warm enough in the winter, your furnace may be telling you something else, especially if it's been around for a while. That's why I want you to call Premier Heating and Cooling. Their technicians go through 5 years of training beyond industry standards. It's Premier standards. Heating your home shouldn't feel like a struggle. Older furnaces work harder and use more energy. If you want lower energy bills and better heat, it's just all around smarter to consider a new furnace. And yes, Premier offers financing, which makes upgrading a whole lot easier. So whether you need a tune-up or you're ready for something new, make your winter a lot more comfortable for your home or your business. Call 636-916-1122. PremierHeatingCooling.net. Comfort you can count on.
Experience the Academy Award-winning phenomenon Amadeus like never before as the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra and Chorus perform Mozart's greatest works live to picture, conducted by music director Stéphane Deneuve. Witness a thrilling rivalry fueled by envy, obsession, and immortal music. Amadeus in concert, February 13th and 14th at Powell Hall at the Jack C. Taylor Music Center. Tickets at slso.org.
Since 1974, Permajack of St. Louis has been helping residential and commercial owners protect their biggest investment. From successfully solving foundation structural problems to making sure basements remain dry, Permajack has performed tens of thousands of projects on both sides of the river, utilizing state-of-the-art technology, techniques, and equipment. Permajack of St. Louis has done it with honesty and integrity, never recommending anything outside of what you really need. For many repairs, Permajack provides a transferable life of structure warranty, all while Permajack of St. Louis has earned a BBB A+ rating and accreditation. For foundation settlement, bowed or buckling walls, cracks in your foundation, walls or bricks, or basement waterproofing, choose the hometown family-owned team at Permajack of St. Louis. Schedule your free inspection and estimate at permajackofstlewis.com. That's permajackofstlewis.com. Permajack. Solid as rock.
Mizzou basketball on the Big 550 KTRS is powered by Graybar. Graybar.
On the run, Mitchell for the flush, Missouri by 20.
Saturday, Mizzou welcomes the Texas Longhorns to Columbia for a 7:30 p.m. tip-off. Pre-game begins at 7 p.m. Catch all the action right here on the Big 550 KTRS. Presented by Graybar for all your electrical and datacom solutions.
Drives right baseline to the rim, jams it as he hangs.
Brown & Brown Attorneys at Law want to remind you that February is Heart Health Month. Getting hurt on the job or in a car wreck is not for the faint of heart. Call now for a free consultation. 314-333-3333.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Stay connected with the Big 550 KTRS. Streaming 24/7 online at KTRS.com or on the KTRS app. Powered by JBL Financial. Stream Straight Talk on Retirement every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS. It's the Big Thursday giveaway with Big D from HW Kia of West County on the Big 550 KTRS.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Oh, yeah.
The week never feels complete if Big D is not a
That's
part
right.
of it. So we missed you last week. We're happy to have you back. You were out doing a little business in Vegas. How was it?
I can't tell you. What happens in Vegas must
Stays
be in the area.
in Vegas,
That's
yeah.
the rule
All
today.
business.
All business.
I do love that. What was the temperature in Vegas? Is it warmer?
70. Yeah,
Okay.
72.
Warmer than it was here.
A little higher, they said, than normal there. It was, 5, 8, 7 degrees higher, which is nice. But the pools aren't open yet, really. So it's kind of a, what do you do all day other than get in trouble?
That's
Or spend
exactly
money.
right.
Any shows?
Yes. And,
Not happy.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah. Wizard of Oz.
Oh, at the Sphere.
I did see
You
it.
didn't like it.
Well, I mean, you've seen the movie, right?
Right.
And that's...
Are the leaves hitting you, or is
Yeah.
it?
It's really weird because you're sitting there and the movie comes on. It's like, okay, what are we doing here? This is the movie, the black and white. All of a sudden, above you comes the movie, and so whatever scene is on, you're in it.
Whoa!
And then if the wind comes, the rain,
you feel
everything. And when she goes to try to get in the deal where the cellar thing, and she can't get in because it's you.
Oh yeah,
you got to hold your head. It's like a tornado.
Really?
Oh, everything's blowing into place. But after about 45 minutes of that, you realize I've seen everything that's to be seen. Now I'm watching the Wizard of Oz.
Just watching Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Was that your first time at the Sphere?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have rather seen the Eagles.
Yeah, well, of course.
Of course. But no, it's worth doing. I think if it's a band, maybe it'd be cool. But I was watching, if it's a band and you're sitting there, it's hard to see the band.
Because everything else is taking it up.
And I like watching the guys in
I
the
do
band.
too. I do too. Yeah.
I like watching them do their thing.
I don't think you're supposed to watch them.
True.
At
Well,
at
the
a place
Sphere,
like
right.
that.
Yeah, so that probably wouldn't be as fun for me because it kind of gets you a little wonky feeling, too.
I bet if you get dizzy, it can
or
be
nauseous
hard.
And all that stuff, car sick maybe.
Yeah.
But it's just, I was there too long, and it's just too long to be there when the pool's not open. Because
everybody keeps saying, too, that the crowds are down. Was it crowded or no?
Well, it was down because of the season, but where I was at, busy because of the conventions are going on. So it felt fairly, in Super Bowl weekend, I think that's a busier time for them, too, than normal February or whatever, January. But I would never, to go for a week.
It's too long.
Unless, I don't
3 days is good.
Unless you're at maybe a different type of convention or something. I can think of a couple interesting ones.
Yeah.
But
CES,
that's what I was at.
The electronics show, right?
Maybe something like that,
something like
so
that.
You're not big on sports gambling. Did you put any money on the big game?
$100 and lost it.
Oh, you put it on the...
A dear friend of mine told me to bet on the opposing team that no one else wanted to win.
Oh,
Did you take Josh's advice?
Was that your advice too?
No,
Are
I won.
you kidding?
No,
Yeah,
I
mean,
won.
listened to this.
You
The person's
never.
pretty successful that told me this. I'm thinking, they must know they're successful. Well, not at this.
Yeah.
I think it was more of a passion for them than actually.
got you.
Was it
Yeah.
Napleton?
So,
Did Napleton tell you to do
Napleton,
it?
yeah. Johnny Londo. Because they own this building, and I don't. Yeah. So, I mean, I just followed the lead to figure I didn't care because I didn't like either team. Meaning, it didn't matter to me. If it was the Chiefs,
Then it would have been a
bet the
different
farm,
thing.
right? Yeah, it had fun. And
So-
it was hard to watch. It was boring.
It was very boring.
It was just seemed boring. But
Yeah.
Well, you're a sports guy, Bob. Was it boring? Or if you're a defensive guy, I guess it's interesting.
Appreciated the defensive prowess.
Yeah.
But that's kind of inside.
Yeah.
I have to admit that a 45-42 shootout would have been more thrilling.
That's all we want. Yeah, we want action.
I thought it was a great display of how good Seattle was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Come back. You're just in the throngs of business, and already we have somebody on the text line. Why does Darren not serve alcohol at his restaurants?
Good question. You want the truth?
Yes.
Yeah.
The truth is, my brother and I, when we started, he had struggled with drugs for a long time and wound up going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
And when he wanted to do this, before he went to prison, he was clean and got clean and all that stuff. And he just said to me, when we decided to do these restaurants, which was really not a great idea, but we did it. Really a dumb idea. I'm kidding. But he said, I just don't want to be around alcohol. And not because, this is even deeper, which I don't know, that he was afraid he was going to drink it. However path he takes religiously, which I hate to get into that because everybody's different, but he didn't want to serve it.
Okay.
I think it's a little on the crazy side. Personally, I mean, we disagree with it. But when we started together, I honored it, and he said, we don't need it. We can make money without it. Half the people love it, half of them hate it. So it's just that kind of thing. So that's the real reason why. And there may be a time we're going to start sooner than later in Cuba. We have a little place in Cuba, and it's really neat because it's got a big patio, and I'm trying to get a license to do it on the weekends only. And he's agreed to that.
Okay.
What I'll have to have is a separate cash register and a separate...
I didn't even know you could do a weekends only kind of...
I don't know. I'm trying to see if there's a way.
Well, if anybody can, it's you.
No, I'm just going to see if they do like a special use permit for just on really Saturday nights. I want to have music, beer, and wine.
Yeah.
Just for the summer season. If there's any kind of special use permit they allow with the liquor license, I don't know. If not, I'll do it without one, and then I'll get caught, and I'll be in jail.
If they can sell...
Let's not.
They can sell beer at the pool.
Right,
you
you
know?
think so, right?
You'd think they'd give you something.
So if not, I can still get a license and just do it on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're leaning to do.
And just in Cuba.
For now, and just do beer and wine. It'll be a separate entity kind of thing for his brain to be okay with it. So weird, but that's the real reason.
Okay, well, thank you for being honest, and hopefully the 636 understands. All right, more with Big D after we check in with Captain Paul, see how traffic's moving.
An accident on 64, make it 44 west at Big Bend, blocking the two right lanes with a stop and go back up all the way to Shrewsbury. Estimated clearance time is 5:05. 55 south is running slow and stop and go at times from Gasconade to 4500 South Broadway. 64 west is busy in front of Forest Park. 64 east bogs down at 170, and 270 south is crowded from north of Olive down to Manchester. This traffic report is brought to you by Neighbors Credit Union. If you're ready to upsize, downsize, or first-time home buy, turn to the team at Neighbors Credit Union. At Neighbors Credit Union, you'll find great rates, expert advice, and personalized friendly service throughout the entire home loan process and beyond. That's just what you'd expect from a great neighbor. Apply online today at neighborscu.org. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Hello, I'm Florissant Mayor Tim Lowry. We are 52,000 strong, and we are the largest municipality in St. Louis County. The City of Florissant is proud to once again be a co-sponsor with the Big 550 KTRS for the Backstoppers Radiothon. I come from a law enforcement family and have worked my way through the ranks to the position of Chief of Police before becoming Mayor. I know how important the Backstoppers are to our community and all the wonderful things that they do for the families of our fallen heroes. Again, the City of Florissant is proud to support this year's Backstoppers Radiothon, and thank you for all you do. We are Florissant Strong. Be safe and stay healthy.
John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. A dependable roof begins with a team you can count on, and that's exactly what you get with John Beal Roofing. Recognized as one of Roofing Contractor Magazine's top 100 roofing companies, John Beal Roofing offers 24/7 emergency service and industry-leading warranties, including a lifetime workmanship warranty for total peace of mind. From upgrading an aging roof or completing a full replacement, the team at John Beal Roofing delivers solutions that are built to code, built to last, and handled with expert care. John Beal also responds quickly with reliable storm damage services backed by decades of experience and 24/7 emergency support. Get started today for expert service and a free, no obligation estimate by calling 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's 1-800-NEW-ROOF.
Hi, I'm Mike Vitale from Vitale's Bakery on a Hill. Our family runs a bakery and a retail store started by our parents, Pete and Grace Vitale, in 1976. Vitale's Bakery makes the finest Italian bread and pastries, including our mom's legendary Jujolana seed cookies and her famous meat sauce.
And don't forget our pizza crust.
We also carry customers' favorites like lemon ice. Come taste our Italian heritage today at the corner of Bischoff and Marconi. Vitale's Bakery on a Hill, where you're not a customer, you're family.
Vitale's Bakery proudly supports the Backstoppers.
You're selling your home, and I want to buy it. This is Mike Robinson with Robank Properties, and I am ready to pay top dollar for your home. No contingencies, no inspections, no monkey business. I buy your home no matter the condition or location, and you walk away with cash. Call me, Mike Robinson, at 314-283-0867, 314-283-0867, or at robankproperties.com. That's ROBANG properties.com.
Kuna Food Service has been the trusted food supplier in the Midwest since 1918. For over 100 years, Kuna Food Service has been distributing the highest quality food products to some of your favorite restaurants while delivering superior customer service. When a restaurant puts their trust in Kuna Food Service, they get a team that truly cares about their success. That's why at Kuna, they like to say, they're big enough to handle it, yet small enough to care. Check them out online at kunafoodservice.com.
Kirkwood Florist has been a family-owned florist and gift shop since 1951. For over 70 years, Kirkwood Florist has been delivering extraordinary floral experiences every day for every event. Kirkwood Florist has an award-winning design team, friendly customer service and logistics staff, and a great gift shop. They offer same-day, fast delivery to most St. Louis areas if in by noon, with fresh flowers, plants, and unique gift items. Kirkwood Florist, family-owned since 1951. KirkwoodFlorist.com.
This is Mariah, third generation at Newsteaders Fine Jewelry. Buying an engagement ring can be intimidating. At Newsteaders, we ensure complete understanding of your purchase. We offer a choice in both lab and mine-grown diamonds and are able to work with any budget. Let our family help educate you on your choice at Big Bend and Doherty Ferry or at wowdiamonds.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
It was the 3rd of June, another sleepy, dusty day.
I like this song.
I love this
it.
song. Is this the song that the year Darren was born?
The day that Darren was born, this was the #1 song in the United States of America.
I love it.
I do too. One of the best story songs, I think.
It's a great one.
We could debate what happens up on that.
Up on Choctaw Ridge.
We sure
Bob.
could.
I say, what is this red thing over here?
My Christmas
Darren's
present.
Christmas present.
I gotta, not to be outdone. I've got a Christmas present for Darren as well.
Oh boy.
Okay.
He's going for it
Hopefully he
now.
has a receipt. Hopefully
It's
there's a
in
receipt to bring it back.
I was gonna say,
It's in a bag.
oh boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know.
Jesus.
You
You
can
know what?
see.
I saw
Take
this.
this out of the bag so we can show our
He
viewers.
did a nice job wrapping
Yeah,
it.
he's very romantic.
So at the Christmas party that Darren threw at HW Kia, I was wearing a smoking jacket, and he loved it.
I loved it.
And so I decided
I
to
love
buy
it.
Darren.
So
a
you guys
smoking
can match.
jacket.
Are you guys
Try
going
that
to go
on.
gamble
Yeah.
and
If that fits
match
you, Bob.
in it?
Oh
That's
yeah,
fantastic. We should wear that to the casino.
Yeah.
that would be great.
Wow.
Now
Oh,
it is.
Okay.
When you get a garment in a bag that's like a,
Right.
what would you call it? Like a Ziploc
it,
bag?
It looks like maybe it came from Johnny Brock.
It looks like it could be expensive.
It came.
Because most of my clothes come like this.
It looked a little nicer on the
No,
website.
I think it looks nicer in
Where,
person.
hey, where's the belt?
It's
Is
in
it you
here.
lose?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the belt's there.
This is going to be nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too.
I like it, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
I saw it in the office, and I'm like, you got this for
That's-
Darren,
I love
didn't
it.
you? Mm-hmm.
I asked
love
you
it.
what
Is
your
it
jacket.
velvet?
Yeah, it's
he
velvet.
did ask me that.
I
I
asked you
didn't
what
know.
your jacket size
And I said it
was.
depended.
Yeah, and you didn't tell me an answer. So you're bigger than I am with your muscles and
Yeah,
everything.
right,
So
sure.
I got you a 46.
Okay.
And these things come from
Thanks.
overseas, so
Who knows what size it is? Well, I'll kiss you when the show is over.
Okay.
I love it. I drove by HW Kia. The building is looking great. It really looks sleek. And how are you feeling?
I think it's everything's good. It's the shop will be done in about 2.5 weeks.
Okay, you're
finally
getting
done.
close.
Yes. So that's good. But inventory, we get a lot of cars. So if you're in the market for a car, if you're not in the market, it could put you in the market because there's rebates, incentives.
It's time to be
It
buying
really
a car.
is. They're still dumping cars and they're still putting incentives out there. So until they don't do that,
Yeah.
if you're in the market or need something, it probably could make sense. I just sold a car to a listener.
You did?
I did. Yesterday's, my days are mixed up. It was Monday. When did I come back? Monday. I think it was Monday, yeah. And he's a loyal listener. He works at Mercy.
Okay.
And I thought he worked-
it's Ed Becker.
Ed Becker.
He said he was going to.
Yeah, Ed Becker.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
What did he get?
He got a K5, I think.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was a nice guy, loves you guys, and he goes to Carney Ball, he said. every
Uh-huh.
year. Yeah.
I see him every
he
year.
says you get pretty intoxicated.
Well, no, that's no at the end.
Oh, well, he didn't tell me the time frame, but
At
yeah.
the end, I do.
Okay.
Prior to the end, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, but a very nice guy. He works at the hospital where McKenzie, or not the hospital, at the office where McKenzie works. And I text McKenzie to say, hey, I got your boss here. You know, what is her boss? But she's, oh my God, who is it?
Yeah. Dad, be on your best
Yeah,
behavior.
exactly.
As far as that.
Not.
We got to get somebody on the line, 314-931-5877, because thankfully Darren didn't lose all of his money in Vegas. He still has a little money to give away.
Very little.
314-931-5877. And then any other new Richest Famous Burgers coming, or right now you're stable?
We're stable. We're working on the one I told you on the water
Yeah.
right there. So that's still in limbo. We're supposed to meet him, and we haven't met him yet.
On the water, I missed that one.
And Huzog, that area there, yeah.
The floaters.
Floaters,
Really?
yeah. They called us. You know, that's a family business, and they have had food, but not a lot of food, and they had frozen pizzas and stuff, and they sell a lot of those. But they're wanting to try to give something to the people that come down there and camp that no other place can give them, is a restaurant on the grounds.
Are you concerned that it's too seasonal?
Well, we would only be there for the season.
Oh, it's you going intentionally
We
that
go in
way.
just the time
Yeah.
they get there when they leave.
I'm going to tell you, it is
And
nice
it's-
to have a place at
Yeah,
campgrounds.
and that's what everybody says. Because we'll get calls of, "Hey, can you deliver to the campground?" Because it's only 14 minutes away, and we have done that. but it's 5 times a week. And this would be that you deliver to the campground 55 times a day. And then there's a full restaurant inside. They can sit and eat, and we'd put some games in there and some machines maybe and have some fun with it. But we were supposed to meet them last week, and they said, we're still thinking about it. But time's running out because when does that start? That's Memorial, Labor Day. Which one is that?
And maybe a little bit before.
People start going in April.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to get rolling here because it takes a minute to build that out.
Well, and as fast as this year's going, I mean, we're already February 12th.
March is coming. I know.
Yeah.
I can't wait for March.
It's kind of crazy. Should we take a break and then come back and give some of Darren's money away?
We need a break.
We do. We do need a break.
This is hard work.
Woo!
It's the half price sale at Miller Furniture and Mattress, going on now through February 18th.
I'm Mark Miller, owner of Miller Furniture, your home for quality American-made furniture since 1927. Right now, save half off our list price on all in-stock items. Plus, half off custom orders on Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, Amish-made furniture, and more. Plus, get 60 months special financing.
Right now, take half off any Chatham & Wells mattress when you purchase an adjustable base. Plus, up to $800 off select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic.
For every mattress sold, Miller will donate a bike helmet to Helmets First to keep St. Louis kids safe. Hurry in and try out Flex Steel's newest custom comfort sofas and lift chairs and the largest selection of Amish-made furniture. Visit any of our 4 locations in Belleville, Fairview Heights, Lake St. Louis, or Ellisville. Don't miss the half-price sale at Miller Furniture now through February 18th. At Miller Furniture, we put the family in furniture.
Scott, remember when the Queen of Carpet and the Princess of Pile were flying around the arch selling flooring?
Andrea, that was the Queen of Carpet and the Princess of Tile.
Oh, that's right. But we don't need shtick here at Best Buy Flooring.
That's right, because our in-stock selection of carpet, carpet tile, sheet vinyl, laminate, hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, and luxury vinyl tile are already at low prices.
Come see us at our 3 area locations, North County, South County, and Metro East. Open 7 days a week.
Plus, free financing on approved credit. Best flooring, best selection, Best Buy Flooring.
I'm Mark Cantor. Here's why you can count on Cantor Injury Law.
My name is Michelle. I'm a litigation paralegal at Cantor Injury Law, and you can count on Cantor because we are smart, honest, and hardworking.
I'm Kevin Glenn, and a partner here at Cantor Injury Law. You can count on Cantor because we make your cause our cause.
No fee if no recovery. Please visit CantorInjuryLaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Are you retired? Are you thinking about retiring? Who is helping you with retirement? Might be time to check out the show When Retirement Happens, hosted by Kevin Lloyd of Legacy Wealth Advisors. Saturday at 1, Sunday at noon on the Big 550 KTRS.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
McAllister's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
Ed just said, I'm joining so late. Thanks, Darren, for the K5.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, so I said you missed us. We were just talking about you, Ed.
Bragging about him.
That's the song that was at the top of the charts when Darren was born.
August 25th.
1988.
1988.
So I thought today we'd look back at music on this day in history, and we'll play a song. You tell us who's singing, and then we'll tell you a couple interesting facts.
Oh, I like that.
About it. I like it. So we have Charlie on the line. Charlie, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Well, thanks for listening. Darren has a question for you to
Charlie,
start it.
first of all, that was my dad's name, and I didn't like him. But I'm going to like you. That's all right. That's all right. He was
one strike.
He was not a good dad. But here we go.
Well, he wasn't around.
Well, that's true.
But
when he wasn't.
Okay,
so let's not give him any credit today, Heidi.
Okay, wait. Well, Charlie is not your dad.
No, he's not. But the name, I just had a small flashback.
Should we call Charlie Charles? Would that
me the
help
therapy,
or no?
Charles, yeah.
Do you need to tell Charlie something?
Charlie, I love you, and I'm sorry for talking bad about you.
Charlie, please tell Darren you love him too.
Anybody?
Yeah, Darren, love you guys.
Thank you, Charlie.
Right?
The first time that Charlie's told me that. That's kind of cool. Where did you grow up, Charlie?
In Kirkwood.
Kirkwood, okay.
Very nice.
That's not North County.
He's rich, and we're not.
Well,
Privileged, Josh. He was privileged, and we weren't.
No, he's privileged to be living next to Billy G's.
Oh,
that's why he's privileged.
That is also.
Are you still in Kirkwood?
Charlie?
Right there on Bear Station, right by the train museum, right down the street.
And did you grow up in Kirkwood as well?
Well, I actually grew up there, right there at Doherty Ferry and Barrett Station, and went to Parkway West. So.
Wow.
okay.
You've been in that same area the whole time. That's awesome. So, Charlie, we're going to play a song. You tell us who's singing. What do you think, $50 a song?
I think whatever you think.
$50. $50 a song. Here we go, Charlie.
Okay.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore.
Charlie, can you tell me who's singing?
I'm gonna take a guess, and I'm probably wrong. Dean Martin.
You are right, Charlie. $50.
And let's go to the coach.
Yeah, 1956. Dean Martin was on top of the charts. He was really at number 1 on the UK singles chart, and with that, it was "Memories Are Made of This." But I like "Dream a Little Dream of Me."
I like the Mamas and the Papas version.
You do?
With Mama
It is
Cass
really good.
singing it. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm a big Dean Martin fan, though,
Are
so
you?
I like. Oh yeah.
My great aunt was too, so I thought that
He's
was
really
just
good.
yeah, such a fun crooner. All right, we got another one for you. See if we can make this $100. Charlie, tell me who's singing this one.
Young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl fantasy.
You're bouncing around here, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to give a little bit of everything.
Is that Sting?
Yes, but
Well,
what band is Sting in?
Oh,
Or was he in, I guess I should say. They might pull you over if you're going too fast.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, look for those red lights in the rearview mirror.
Charlie?
Those are
was
hints,
that a
by the
hit?
way. Those were hints.
Oh,
How do you know Sting and not know the police?
Who pulls you over if you're going too fast or if you run a stop sign?
oh, the police.
Yes! Good job, Charlie. Charlie,
Thank you.
You've got $100, Charlie. We got one more song for you. See if you can make it 150. Are you ready? Oh, by the way, the Police recorded their very first single on this day in 1977.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? All right, one more. Can you hear it, Charlie?
Did you hear what Charlie said?
What did he say?
He said, well, who the heck is this?
Is that what he said?
That's the question.
Well,
I couldn't hear it.
I'll tell you, she was the biggest winner at the 59th Annual Grammy Awards in 2017. Won 5 trophies, including Album of the Year for her album 25. All of her albums have been a number.
Okay, can I hear the?
Yes, you sure
Can I
can.
hear it? All right, thank you.
Any ideas?
I was going to say, but I'm probably wrong, Celine Dion, but I'm probably wrong.
That's pretty close. Both of them have had residencies in Las Vegas. This person's a little younger, and I will say the best concert I've ever seen in my entire life. She's from across the pond.
Better than your girl?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable concert. It'll never be anything greater than Adele.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Heidi.
Charlie?
But you sure paid for it.
That's Adele?
Adele! Charlie!
You're rewarded for listening.
That's right. Charlie, thank you so much. Hang on the line for a second, and Josh will get all the details to you so you know how to pick up that $150.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All
love you,
right.
Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie.
I just want a hug.
Yeah, I just want a hug.
Yeah. You guys, if you're in need of a car, if you're just ready to get into something new because it's a new year, Darren has a lot full. And don't forget, he is leasing cars these days, and he is renting cars.
Renting cars, too. Bob just experienced that again, didn't you, Bob?
Wonderful experience.
Yep, good.
You have such good, nice, professional people working for
Nice to
you.
hear.
It's a delight.
It really is. You lease more or sell more?
We sell more.
Okay.
Because some people don't even understand it.
Yeah.
So they shy away without even realizing it. And if you try to explain it to them for the first time, they always
think maybe you're trying to take them, or
they don't grasp it. But people that do release over and over and over again, typically because they like the lower payment, taxes are included, no wear and tear.
And getting into a new car
If you're going to have a payment forever, that's the way to go. If you're not, then
along with renting, we also lease.
There you go.
Car from Darren.
You can rent clothes now. My oldest one rents.
Rent the runway.
This tie is a rental.
Is it?
But you know what? It's a great way to save money because you can get a really cool dress for a special event and then send it back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You just wish you would have thought of that.
I know that.
What happens
exactly.
if you get like a big chili stain?
I guess you're paying for the cleaning.
Yeah.
Hope you have insurance.
That's right. You're an owner, maybe. I don't know.
It's so true. Big D cell phone 314-586-1333. And if you're down 44, check out Rich's Famous Burgers because they are good. Thanks, Big D.
Thank you.
It is 4:51. Captain Paul, how's traffic?
Heidi, we have one active accident. It's in Illinois. A crash on 255 North at State Street has traffic jammed back to Mouset Lane. 55 South is running slow and stop and go at times from south of Arsenal to 4500 South Broadway. 64 West is busy from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker and around Clarkson. 64 East bogs down at 170. And 270 South is crowded from north of Olive down to 64. This traffic report is brought to you by Fielder Electric. See what everyone is saying about the pros at Fielder Electric. Whether it's a new build or a 100-year-old home, Fielder Electric has you covered. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
And now, it's the Billiken Report with Bob Ramsey on the Heidi Glaus Show. Powered by the Milton Law Group, Davey Tree Expert Company, Hackett Security, and Connor Roofing.
And your number 18 Billikens are on the road again. Yeah, 18th in the country in the top 25 for the fourth straight week. Going to Chicago tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow night, 7:30. It'll be the Billikens and Loyola Chicago. Now, Loyola has been a very competitive team the last few years. In fact, they got a couple of preseason first place votes in the Atlantic 10, but they have been decimated by injuries, and they're in dead last in the Atlantic 10. Just the kind of game that could be a trap game for the Billikens. Having said that, their arena is sold out. Now, it only holds 2,600 people, and there is a feeling that there will be a lot of Billiken blue in Chicago. They're led by Miles Rubin, who is one of the best bigs in the Atlantic 10, and he's ranked 15th nationally or 14th nationally in block shots. Drew Valentine is their coach, and he's just trying to survive the season. Beating the Billikens would be their Super Bowl 54th meeting all time between Loyola and St. Louis, and the Ramblers lead that series 28-25. Elsewhere, there's more than just basketball going, believe it or not. Baseball and softball beginning. 3-game series versus Ohio State for Billiken baseball. They're in Pensacola. Wouldn't that be nice? That starts tomorrow afternoon, 3 against Ohio State. Miles Miller is the new SLU head coach, and a new era begins on the diamond. And also, speaking of that, longtime softball head coach Christy Canoyer, well, they're in Martin, Tennessee, are playing 4 games in 2 days in Martin, Tennessee. Abby Mallow returns, the slugger, for her senior season. She's already or near the top of all the SLU career lists, including first in homers, first in slugging, third in RBIs, to name a few. So everybody's in action, and the Billikens go tomorrow, basketball, against the Loyola Ramblers. And let me remind you that we're sponsored by the Milton Law Group. Managing attorney of the Milton Law Group, well, that's the STL tax lawyer Mark Milton, proud St. Louis University Law School alum, one of the top tax resolution attorneys in the country. Mark and his team provide trusted legal representation to troubled taxpayers, specializing in tax debt resolution, tax audit defense, and unfiled tax returns. For a local solution to your IRS problems, contact STL tax lawyer Mark Milton by visiting stltaxlawyer.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely upon advertisements.
You've been listening to the Milliken Report with Bob Ramsey, powered by the Milton Law Group, Davey Tree Expert Company, Hackett Security, and Connor Roofing on the Big 550 KTRS.
Hi, St. Louis. Need a reliable roofer? Look no further than Connor Roofing, your local, family-owned roofing company, proudly serving our community since 1993. Born right here in St. Louis, we're committed to providing top-notch service and quality you can trust. Call us today at 314-375-7475 or visit us online at connorroofing.com. That's CONNER roofing.com. Remember, you can count on Connor.
Watch your home while you're watching the game. Hackett Security has a system to meet every budget. They are a locally owned national security company with on-site 24/7 UL listed monitoring. Visit HackettSecurity.com or call 314-432-4200. Who will be watching your home while you're watching the game? Hackett Security. They're looking out for you. 314-432-4200. HACKETT Security.com. If you're concerned about the health of your trees, you need to talk to the Davey Tree Expert Company. These people love trees. They have a passion for keeping trees healthy. Their certified arborists provide personalized care for your trees. They're trained in the latest technologies for safe and accurate pruning and provide reliable preventative measures for diseases and invasive insects.
Locations in South County, Webster Groves, and coming soon to St. Charles. Davey Tree serves the entire St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river. Visit Davey, spelled DAVEY.com.
Hey, it's Julie Buck for our friends at Triad Bank. They are a full-service financial institution, and they've been in St. Louis for over 20 years with 2 locations, one at Clayton and Lindbergh, and the other one just west of 270 on Olive. If you've got your own business and you want to have a better banking experience, look no further than Triad Bank. Their mission is to provide a wide range of commercial and personal banking services to you and your business. For more, go to triadbanking.com.
The Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Well, Heidi and Bob, back in the day, on this date, 1912, the last emperor of China was forced to give up the throne at the tender age of 6 years old. The 1987 movie.
Did he hold his breath until they gave him another country?
Yeah, stomped his feet. 6 years old. There's a 1987 movie about his life. It won 9 Academy Awards. Including Best Picture. I've never seen this movie.
I didn't know it was on a true story.
Yeah.
Okay.
1993, Groundhog Day was released on this date, February 12th. And The Stepford Wives was released.
That's a good movie.
In 1975.
That's a
The
good
remake,
movie.
not as good.
No. The
Right.
idea, in my thought, was better than the actual execution.
But are you watching the original or
Yeah,
you're
the
watching?
original, yeah. Was it Ally McGraw? Was she the one?
No, it was Catherine Ross.
Catherine. I always get those two confused.
Well, I'll tell you, you could make so many movies based on real life stories that come out of Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. It could be on the fantastic doctor who is coming up with some new treatment or some discovery. It could be on a child who has beaten the odds. You find those stories every single day at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. Or it could be the generosity that people here in St. Louis have just opened up their hearts and their wallets, and that allows the hospital to continue to kind of add to the programs and services they offer. I mean, it is really a special place, and you can learn more about it. Read some of those stories because they're constantly printing them at glennon.org, or make a little donation and be one of those stories. Again, you can learn more or make a donation at glennon.org.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. A generation of federal EPA regulations that drove climate policy being repealed by the Trump administration. President Trump and the head of the EPA making that announcement, rolling back the 2009 endangerment finding. Here's ABC's Selena Wang.
So what does it mean to do away with this determination? Well, it means that this administration, that the federal government is not going to be regulating key pollution sources as they have been for the last 17 years.
Former President Barack Obama, who ushered those in a post on X criticizing the Trump administration's repeal, saying that the repealing threatens the safety and health of Americans. A group of health professionals, meantime, including those with the American Lung Association and Alliance of Nurses for Healthy Environments, say they are planning to sue. 12 days into the investigation in Arizona, authorities are back at Nancy Guthrie's home earlier today and now asking neighbors to review their home cameras.
Today, the frantic pace of the investigation from earlier this week seems to have slowed as investigators look for any clue that might break the case. Today, they set up a tent at Guthrie's front door based on equipment. It appears they were taking digital forensic measurements, and then that tent came down. Now, neighbors are being asked if they have any Ring camera video from January 11th and January 31st. A suspicious vehicle may have been seen in the area. And the sheriff telling a local news outlet that 2 gloves have been found about a mile and a half away from Guthrie's home, but it's unclear if they're connected or just roadside debris. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Border Czar Tom Homan today announcing the surge in immigration operations has ended in Minnesota. He also says federal agents will work with state and local leaders to apprehend alleged criminals. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz voicing cautious optimism. In a new report, the New York Federal Reserve Bank is showing that American businesses and consumers paid 90% of the Trump tariffs last year. You're listening to ABC News.
Since 1974, Permajack of St. Louis has been helping residential and commercial owners protect their biggest investment. From successfully solving foundation structural problems to making sure basements remain dry, Permajack has performed tens of thousands of projects on both sides of the river, utilizing state-of-the-art technology, techniques, and equipment. Permajack of St. Louis has done it with honesty and integrity, never recommending anything outside of what you really need. For many repairs, Permajack provides a transferable life of structure warranty, all while Permajack of St. Louis has earned a BBB A+ rating and accreditation for foundation settlement, bowed or buckling walls, cracks in your foundation, walls or bricks, or basement waterproofing. Choose the hometown family-owned team at Permajack of St. Louis. Schedule your free inspection and estimate at permajackofstlewis.com. That's permajackofstlewis.com. Permajack. Solid as rock.
This is the Big 550. KTRS St. Louis. From O'Fallon, Illinois to Granite City, Glen Carbon to Waterloo, and the world.
Streaming live at ktrs.com.
54 degrees at 5:03 with KTRS News. I'm Steve Potter. Illinois' Attorney General is suing the Trump administration for cutting more than $600 million in public health grants. Joining the lawsuit is California, Colorado, and Minnesota. The group claims the critical grant funding being cut allows states to track disease outbreaks, maintain and improve their data systems, and collect basic public health data. These funding cuts would also force states to lay off hundreds of public health professionals. Cuts to Illinois' public health programs alone could exceed $100 million. St. Louis's Mardi Gras celebration continues this weekend, and St. Louis Police Captain Angela Dickerson says they'll have a significant presence to ensure that those attending the Grand Parade and other activities have a safe experience.
We are just as excited as you are to celebrate Saturday, February the 14th in Soulard, officially kicking off the Peace, Love, Mardi Gras Grand Parade.
While thousands will be attending the Mardi Gras festivities, the Missouri History Museum in Forest Park will be celebrating St. Louis's birthday this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with a birthday bash event featuring a new exhibit, live music, film screenings, food vendors, and family-friendly games. St. Louis Public Schools are taking steps to regain full accreditation. Interim Superintendent Myra Berry said the district will launch an attendance campaign in April. Attendance rates are a main factor in state funding for public schools. The district also is considering an adjustment to later school start times in hopes of improving attendance. With Valentine's Day approaching, Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway is warning Missouri consumers that romance scams are one of the fastest-growing forms of fraud. Hanaway says these scams cost victims billions of dollars each year and leave deep emotional scars. Scammers often operate through dating apps, social media platforms, messaging services, and even professional networking sites. And the University of Missouri has been acclaimed as a top university by Time magazine.
Time magazine rated Mizzou highly in several categories, which placed the flagship university in the Missouri system at number 13 in the nation, number 2 in the Southeastern Conference, and number 124 in the world. Among data included were long-term student outcomes and how real-world impact is created from classroom education. The University of Missouri-Columbia holds a 90% retention rate with more than 32,000 students enrolled. Sobe Bay, KTRS News.
This KTRS Business Minute is brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, who wants to help you show your loved one that you care this Valentine's Day with hand-delivered flowers. Send a sweet surprise with one of their head-turning arrangements or gift sets. They have wonderful selections ready to say, I love you. Trust Walter Knoll Florist to deliver your Valentine's Day gift. Go to WKF.com. Ted Drew's officially celebrated its open day of the season yesterday by posting a picture of their first customer for the season on its Facebook page. St. Louis's popular destination for frozen custard is also giving away free calendars celebrating the 100th anniversary of Route 66. The market's now brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune in to Straight Talk on Retirement Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. At close, the Dow down 669 points at 49,452. NASDAQ down 462 at 22,597. And the S&P 500 down 108 at 6,832. Now for KTRS Sports and Traffic, let's go to Paul.
Steve, 6 Mizzou football players have been invited to the NFL's scouting combine. The list includes linebacker Josiah Trotter, wide receiver Kevin Coleman, and defensive back Toriano Pride. And last night, Mizzou basketball won their third in a row with a statement victory at Texas A&M, 86-85. The Tigers were led by Trent Pierce and his 23 points. I'm Paul Kopsky from the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk, and now on to traffic. In Illinois, 64 East is congested from 255 past 157. 55 South is running slow and stop and go at times from south of Arsenal to 4500 South Broadway. 64 West is busy from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker and from 141 to Clarkson. 64 East slows down at 170. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Our forecast calls for partly cloudy skies tonight, an overnight low in the mid-30s. Sunny tomorrow with an afternoon high around 60. At 5:08, we have fair skies, 54 degrees at the Gold Tower at Westport. Steve Potter, KTRS News, the talk of St. Louis.
Your dentures no longer fit? Maybe you're missing a tooth or several teeth. Visit Dr. Bowen for Simply Secure Dentures and Dental Implants. The cutting-edge, high-quality dental implants that replace all the teeth in your mouth, and it starts as low as $7,000, not the $35,000 that others charge. If you're only missing a few teeth, Dr. Bowen can permanently replace those with something you don't have to take in and out of your mouth. Learn more at simplysecuredentures.com and get the care you need and the teeth you want at Bowen Dental Care or simplysecuredentures.com.
Worldwide Technology Raceway is the only track in America to host a NASCAR event, an IndyCar event, and an NHRA event.
The Raceway features a full schedule on their drag strip, oval track, and gateway kartplex. For full schedule and ticket info, go online to www.raceway.com.
The track, under the leadership of owner Curtis Francois, continues to upgrade the race experience for fans who come from around the country. For tickets, go to www.raceway.com.
That's www.raceway.com.
Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Dan Lang. Join me every Sunday afternoon from 2 to 3 on the Big 550 for Animal Talk, where I talk about everything regarding dogs, cats, and other domestic animals. Topics include nutrition, training, medical checkups, special guests show up now and then, and of course, I'll answer your questions. So join me every Sunday afternoon from 2 to 3 for Animal Talk on the Big 550 KTRS, the Animal Talk of St. Louis.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
The future of Venezuela is up in the air after the Trump administration's dramatic capture of the country's president. Frontline has a new documentary that investigates Maduro's fall and what's next. Juan Revel is the director of Crisis in Venezuela, and he joins us with a preview. Thanks for making time for us this afternoon.
Oh, thanks for the invitation.
So let's start with the acting president. What do we know about her?
So Delcy Rodriguez was the vice president of Nicolas Maduro. She's a strong supporter of the Chavista revolution, and she's a staunch, supporter of the regime. When she was vice president, she led the economy, and she was key for Maduro to avoid U.S. sanctions and keep the Venezuelan economy going, using a shadow economy and exporting oil to a shadow fleet of tankers to Russia, China, Iran, and other countries. And she also comes from a background. Her father was murdered in police custody during the quote-unquote democratic years of Venezuela. So we could say she has a long story.
Yeah, and then I also read she's been on the radar of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration for years and even was labeled a priority target. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, well, we partnered with the AP to make this film. Our reporter, Joshua Goodman, as we were shooting this documentary, because this is basically a chronicle of the past month in Venezuela, what led to Maduro's capture and the aftermath. And in part of that aftermath, reporter Joshua Goodman started looking into more information about Delcy Rodriguez, and they found out that Delcy had shown up as a priority target of the DEA in several, we believe up to 11 investigations, 5 of which are still active. So even though she hasn't been indicted, she has been on the radar of the DEA. And in a Senate hearing, Secretary of State Marco Rubio was asked about this. And what he responded is that he understands the worry, but he thinks that's a proper person that the U.S. must deal with because she's the one who holds power in Venezuela right now.
Yeah, to me, Juan, that is the biggest surprise of the entire event in this past month is that she's in power and it wasn't a complete regime change. Do you think the current I know all situations are fluid, but do you think this one has legs? Do you think she can stay in power for a long period of time?
Well, what experts tell us in the documentary is that certainly that's her long game. Her long game is to delay, do concessions on the things that are easy for her to concede on. Oil, for example.
Yeah.
Making oil deals with the U.S. is not something that's hard for her. Might be a hard sell because she's stepping away from Chavez oil expropriations, but it's still something that she wanted to do, even before all of this happened. So that's not easy. That's very easy for her to do. What's not easy is to open up the democratic space. And the first thing that would happen in Venezuela to open up the democratic space is freeing political prisoners. And they have freed many, up to 400 or 450 up until now, but there are other 400 or more still in jail. So I think it's easy for her to deal on oil, and the Trump administration is pushing hard on that. Secretary Wright is right there right now in Venezuela on the ground talking about it. The democratic transition part is a lot more complicated, but one thing we know about the regime in Venezuela is that they're very smart in reinventing themselves and adapting not to lose power.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is a new democratically elected regime change, if you will, is there any guarantees that they will still work with this administration the way the current one is now? My only question would be, does our administration want a regime change?
Well, that's a big question. I can't answer that. But it seems like Marco Rubio is really pushing for that. I don't know if everybody within the Trump administration has the same plan. You know, Marco Rubio comes from Cuban descent, and experts say that his end game might be freeing Cuba, and this might be a first step towards that. So it's hard to tell, but we have seen clear indication that the Trump administration is willing to push hard on oil and oil deals. And the Democracy Party is something that it's still up in the air. They have mentioned it. They mentioned that that's part of the end game, but there's no schedule for elections. There's no clear indication that they are pushing for the Democratic opposition who's in exile to return. It's implied in what Marco Rubio said to Senate in the hearing, but it's not yet clear.
We're talking to Juan Ravel, director of the Frontline and Associated Press news documentary, Crisis in Venezuela. Juan, what about the people there in Venezuela? How do they feel about all of this?
So the reporting on the ground the day after, we saw people worried about getting food. You didn't see celebrations in the street, at least publicly. One of the reasons that might explain this is that Venezuela has been under Maduro's grip for many years. And if you go and celebrate this, you probably will end up facing some sort of repression. So people are scared of celebrating. We understand from the results of the last election that Maduro clearly lost, but he didn't admit to the results, that most of the Venezuelan people want change and want political change. And the popularity of Maria Corina Machado, the opposition leader who won the Nobel Peace Prize, it's hard to tell if she still has it. I understand that she has. She's still popular in Venezuela, but it would need to be proven in an election. So everything indicates that, yes, Venezuelans want change, and the opposition is what they want right now.
A lot of Venezuelans have fled, and some of them ended up here. What are the other countries that they went to? And if this situation in Venezuela gets brighter, would they want to move back?
It's hard to tell. I would say many people are interested in coming back if there's economic stability, rule of law, and quality of life and opportunity goes back to Venezuela. But I wouldn't commit to a number, but I would say people would be interested in returning. About 8 million Venezuelans have fled during the Maduro years. Almost 1 million of those have entered the U.S., and many of them are in South America, in countries like Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, Argentina, and a few in Europe. But yeah, most in the continent.
Got it. Well, Juan, great work once again. Frontline's new documentary, Crisis in Venezuela, is now streaming on Frontline's YouTube channel. Thank you so much.
No, thanks for the invitation.
Some of my fondest memories as a kid is heading down to the hardware store. You had to pick up a couple of nails, a couple of screws, maybe a gallon of paint, whatever it may be, right? It was your friendly neighborhood hardware store. Well, those don't exist anymore in St. Louis, except for Schnarr's Hardware. They have 2 locations in Webster Groves and in Clayton Road in Ladue. Schnarr's Hardware is that place where you go in and you can get that bucket of paint, you can get a couple screws. The advice is always free. And the one thing about Schnarr's Hardware that every single family hardware store used to have, and that is the smell. It smells like a hardware store. It's got the selection. I don't know how they do it. It's a small store, but they got everything you ever need. They got the paint. They got paint matching. They've got big green eggs. They've got screws and nails and everything a hardware store should have. Schnarr's Hardware, 2 locations, 1 great hardware store. Schnarr's Hardware, we'll see you there.
Hey, St. Louis, Eddie McVeigh here from Maggie O'Brien's. reminding everyone that I'm looking forward to seeing you at one of our 2 locations. Whether it be for lunch, happy hour, dinner, or late night, Maggie's is the place to be. Don't forget to catch our shuttle to all the major events downtown. And if you need a banquet room, small or large, for that special occasion, please give us a call at Maggie O'Brien's. Maggie O'Brien's 2 locations on South Lindbergh and Sunset Hills and downtown at the corner of Market and 20th Street. Union Station is next to us.
John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. A dependable roof begins with a team you can count on, and that's exactly what you get with John Beal Roofing. Recognized as one of Roofing Contractor Magazine's top 100 roofing companies, John Beal Roofing offers 24/7 emergency service and industry-leading warranties, including a lifetime workmanship warranty for total peace of mind. From upgrading an aging roof or completing a full replacement, the team at John Beal Roofing delivers solutions that are built to code, built to last, and handled with expert care. John Beal also responds quickly with reliable storm damage services backed by decades of experience and 24/7 emergency support. Get started today for expert service and a free, no-obligation estimate by calling 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's 1-800-NEW-ROOF.
You've had all these great ideas about what to do with your outside space. Now's the time to take the next step and call Outdoor Living, because Pat Leahy and the gang at Outdoor Living have built a showroom which is a great resource for you. You can go in and see all the products they have, the composite decking, the metal framing. You see, at Outdoor Living, what they pride themselves on is building it right the first time and never having to worry about it again. So they build it. You can enjoy it for the rest of your life. Outdoor Living, their showroom on Big Bend and I-44 in Kirkwood, is a great resource for you. You can go and see all the different ways and all the different things they can do. Then they'll come out, they'll do a site visit, and in just a few short weeks, you will have the dream deck, fence, gazebo, pergola, whatever it may be. Outdoor Living, right there in Big Bend and I-44 in Kirkwood. 314-966-3325 or OutdoorLivingInc.com. Check out the showroom and take that next step. You'll love it. Outdoor Living or OutdoorLivingInc.com.
File your taxes for free with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. Just file on your own in the Credit Karma app by February 28th. Valid for those who didn't file with TurboTax last year.
Brown & Brown Attorneys at Law want to remind you that February is Heart Health Month. Getting hurt on the job or in a car wreck is not for the faint of heart. Call now for a free consultation. 314-333-3333.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
The Frank and Jill Show.
Join us for Friday's program. Lynn Venthouse will be in to talk movies and shows, and a rare Friday appearance by Dr. Rick. So get those medical questions in.
Frank Cusimano and Jill Farmer.
Weekdays 10 to noon.
Right here on KTRS, the talk of St. Louis. You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show
With Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey.
on the Big 550 KTRS.
I don't know about you guys, but this deadly shooting in the drive-thru at Starbucks, I mean, has really kind of shaken me. And I think that a lot of people are now focused on the simple safety of sitting in a drive-thru, kind of top of mind. And First Alert 4 interviewed John Scardina, who is the president of Doberman Emergency Management. And he's also led counterterrorism training. He said he, too, was shocked by the fatal shooting. He said the exact scenario is so rare. He said, you know, we talk about this sort of thing, but this situation necessarily wouldn't be used because it's so rare in his counterterrorism classes. But he said in a drive-through situation in your car, it's basically get out, de-escalate, or do something so it does change the game a little bit. He said when entering a drive-through, familiarize yourself with the area, stay aware. If you see the tires of the car in front of you, you can probably get out. So don't put yourself so tight behind the car or so that if somebody comes behind you, you still have space.
And pedestrians just kind of hanging around.
Yes.
That is a red flag.
Absolutely. He said, not looking down at your phone is always wise. He said, to be honest, the easiest, most simple thing you can do is seeing where your normal exits are and your alternative exits are, because you want to get out as fast as possible. If I'm now being robbed, I'm not worried about exits or anything. Just, hey, man, go away. I want to get out of here safely. That's what you're, don't really try to fight it too much. Acts of violence during robberies are unacceptable and be aggressively investigated, thankfully, the police said. And the 58-year-old Keith Brown has already been arrested, so that's good. But just, we can't be scared. We can't avoid drive-ins, drive-throughs, but just maybe a couple things to think about so that the next time, you're there, pay extra attention. We say this all the time, because a lot of people are scared of the city, but we walk around our neighborhood constantly and, knock on wood, have never had an issue. But we don't typically carry a purse, and we don't stand out on a corner in front of the restaurant. We say our hellos and our goodbyes, and we do our whatever inside, and then we walk immediately home. Or if you are leaving and heading to a different place and you're in the car, get in the car and back out. Get moving. Don't sit there and take your time figuring out the radio and calling somebody and looking at your phone or checking Instagram. Keep moving.
So aside from the obvious that makes me so mad about the story, senseless, is this guy had done this like 2 other times.
Yeah.
And all he got was credit cards, bank cards, and cell phones. I don't know what you can do with someone else's cell phone. I think they're pretty much bricked if you don't have the password or the passcode. And then credit cards and bank cards can be canceled almost immediately.
Well, I think that's why you just give it all away.
Yeah.
I mean, this
guy has done all of that, ruined countless lives, ruined his own life for nothing.
No, but we're not talking about normal people here.
I know.
This is not a guy pulling off a jewel heist.
No.
Yes.
No.
I know, but it just makes
probably just trying to pay for the next fix.
Yes.
If at all possible.
Maybe.
Recently, a good friend of mine was changing the light fixture in their kitchen, and they took the light fixture off the ceiling, and they looked inside the ceiling and said, "What is the phone number to Michael Baldy?" If they would have listened to me, they would have put Michael Baldy's phone number in their phone, because everybody needs a good electrician on speed dial. So here you go. The next time you need an electrician, you need to remember Michael Baldy and Baldy Electric. So the phone number, 314-968-9999. Indoor, outdoor, an old Victorian home, knob and tube wiring, and anything and everything in between. You see, Michael Baldy is a licensed electrician, and he has a team ready to go. Whether it's something for the ceiling in the kitchen, something for the lights for the holidays, whatever it may be, Michael Baldy and Baldy Electric. BaldyElectric.com, 314-968-9999, because everybody needs a good electrician on speed dial. BaldyElectric.com.
I'm Farmer Dave, and here's my good friend and owner of MasterCars Inc., Alex Rosenberger, with today's hot MasterCars Inc. deal.
Thanks, Farmer Dave. I'm combating wintertime blues by purchasing cool cars and motorcycles. Do you have a unique, low-mile, or super clean car you'd like to sell? Call me. I'm looking for Corvettes, Mustangs, Camaros, Harleys, Ducatis, Porsches, or anything super low-mile and super clean. Even everyday cars if they're exceptionally nice and well cared for. I'll come to you if you're in the St. Louis area, especially if you have more than one vehicle to sell. It's okay if you have a loan on it. We'll make the payoff. We make it easy. Hop on our site and submit your vehicle. We'll take it from there.
So rev that motor and point your car in the direction of MasterCars Inc. and buy or sell today. 4100 Namioki Road in Granite City, or visit MasterCarsInc.com to get more details. That's MasterCarsInc.com.
Everyone's talking about these weight loss drugs, and it's a good thing we've got Dr. Joe Molesky with us, a St. Louis native and board-certified primary care physician. Dr. Joe, it can get very confusing, but the one thing we need to know is GLP-1, right? That's the magic cure.
The magic cure is these weight loss shots. They're injected once weekly. They're not like the old medications that you've seen 20, 30 years ago. These medications actually work. They're injected once weekly, and patients see within the first 90 days 10 to 15 pounds down. It simply works, and that's why I recommend it to all of my patients. You simply go online, book an appointment. You fill out a health questionnaire form. You get an appointment on our schedule. It's all telemedicine based. It's all done from your home. And then you meet with me or one of my nurse practitioners. And then after the 10, 15-minute consult, the medication is delivered right to your door discreetly, and you get started right now on your weight loss journey.
And you want to start to lose weight? None better than to call stlmedweightloss.com and ask Dr. Joe. stlmedweightloss.com.
Well, season's greetings, guys.
What season?
Yeah.
Tis the season. Tax season.
Oh,
of course.
yeah.
What?
Hey.
Why?
I'm out here on an island. I'm by myself. They're after me.
Look, don't you guys love seeing new roads and the kids going to nice schools and
Yeah, I pay for it all. I don't want to
whatever else taxes pay for? I don't even know, but you got to pay them, and you don't want to pay more than you have to, and that's why you got to have somebody on your side, especially now that we have a new tax code. Big, beautiful bill that was signed on July 4th of last year is the new tax code. So what's in it? Well, they don't really tell us that. We have to find somebody to find out what's in it and to find out if we can even take advantage of it. That's why you give Jeff Zufall a call. Capital Advisory Group, capitaladvisorygrp.com, 636-394-5524, 636-394-5524. He'll tell you what's in the big, beautiful bill. He'll tell you what got extended and what's not there anymore and bonus depreciation and all that. He'll tell you. You just have to bring your stuff into him. A couple of years of tax returns, your W-2s, a couple of paycheck stubs, just to make sure that you're having enough withholdings withheld, because you don't want to find out that you didn't pay enough throughout the year and now you owe like $5,000 or something. So let Jeff set you up. He'll do your taxes this year and get you set up for taxes going forward to make sure that you keep more of what's yours. That's the name of the show we do on the weekends. That's the name of the game. Keep your money. Jeff Zufall, Capital Advisory Group, 636-394-5524.
531, Captain Paul, how's traffic?
Well, the latest is an accident on 44 East at Shrewsbury, but it doesn't look to be causing a slowdown. In Illinois, 64 East is congested from 255 past 157. 55 South is running slow at 4500 South Broadway. 64 West is busy from Kings Highway to Hampton and from 141 to Clarkson. And 64 East slows down at 170. This traffic report is brought to you by the Opera Theater of St. Louis. Get your season tickets now to the Opera Theater of St. Louis. Enjoy the productions of Romeo and Juliet, A Streetcar Named Desire, and others. Visit them online at opera-stl.org. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
He always loved Amarillo by morning. I should have taken that as a warning. She's from Texas, I can tell by the way he's two-stepping round the room. And judging by the smile that's written on his face, there's nothing I can do. It doesn't take a crystal ball to see.
Well, that is Ella Langley choosing Texas, and we talked about it yesterday, and then we never got a chance to play it because it's at the top of the Billboard 100, all, not just the country, of all music, which is a rare feat. I got another story about her coming up in the entertainment, but first, the top 5 questions we've been Googling about the Winter Olympics.
Okay.
Thought it was pretty interesting and informative. How is curling scored? Well,
oh my gosh. I was watching the gold medal match the other day, mixed doubles.
and you were trying to figure it out?
I thought I had it.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, they just tied it up. And then all of a sudden everyone's celebrating. Oh, they just won the gold medal.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I thought we were tied.
It's basically bocce on ice.
Yeah, bocce, croquet.
Yeah.
What is it in the bars? The
shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard.
The shuffleboard.
Basically all the same thing.
Shuffleboard's a point system. The closer you get to the edge, right? You get 3 points and then 1 point and 2 point.
Well, only one team scores each round in curling. The closest stone to the center gets a point. If you have the two closest stones, it's 2 points. If you have three closest, so it's not, you're knocking them out. It's not each team can score on that one.
So if they have three in the middle and my two are on the outside,
They've got three.
and I don't even, I don't even get to knock off one of theirs.
No.
Okay.
Well,
All
I mean,
right.
you could have.
Right, but I thought it was cancel out. I've got
No.
two, they've got three, they get 1 point. That's not how it works. Okay.
How fast do snowboarders go in big air? It's the event with the steep hill and then one big ramp at the bottom, which, how do you ever decide you want to try that? It just looks like you would.
Goofy kids playing around on the slopes and then
break every bone in your body.
I think in training, though, there's a big swimming pool at
Swimming
the bottom.
pool or big air match. I mean,
Yeah.
the big, but still, I can't imagine just the fear of that first time. They go up to 50 miles an hour.
Whoa.
Which is crazy.
You know what my new favorite event is? I thought it was the cross-country race where they're all together.
I thought it was the
biathlon.
Oh, the biathlon.
Yeah.
That one. I got a
Now
lot
you
of
went
favorites.
snowboarding with shooting.
Have you seen the people that go uphill on their skis?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
How do you do that?
You
Very
have
difficult.
Strong quads.
But it's not like a distance race. It's like a circuit.
Yeah.
And, you're elbowing the guy next to you.
Cross country skiing, right? I mean, is it something different than that you're talking about?
I assumed cross country meant it was like a 10-mile race. This one is like you go in the circuit
Of
3
course,
or 4
yeah.
times. But the downhill snowboarders, where there's like 6 of them side by side, and it's not judged based on how many flips they do or whatever. Whoever crosses the finish line first.
It's a
Yeah,
race.
it's a race.
I don't think I've seen that, but it sounds fun.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
People are asking, how do you steer a luge? Mostly with your calves.
And by screaming.
Yeah, I would be. They say calves, shoulders, and by shifting your weight around. The sleds have handles, but they don't really steer. They're just to anchor yourself so you can make those tiny movements. It's all about your body, which I thought they were using that little steering wheel. It's not.
Like the old toboggans.
Yeah.
So in the summer, I saw Rick Steves do this when he went to Germany. In the summer, they open the lanes, and you can take like a little cart down, and it's
I did that in Duluth, Minnesota one
You've got
time.
a handbrake
Really?
and everything.
Yeah.
You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Was it cool?
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Yeah. These things just sit there.
Well, I
in the
think
summer.
we've tried to. I know over in Branson and then in Grafton, Illinois, do a mountain coaster, which kind of seems like it would be similar to that.
Same
Not
idea.
going as fast, but yeah, a similar idea.
What would happen if someone put us on the luge?
We would crash.
But I'm not going, as fast as these guys. I'm not taking a running start.
But it's ice.
It's still ice, and
Am
if
I-
you're going downhill,
Am I flying off the side of this thing?
Probably falling off. When it goes up in a turn, you fall off. And
like the old water slides where they were like concrete, and you
Oh,
would
yeah.
wash up on the top and wash
Oh,
back down, and then
yeah.
if you got off your mat, you had the scrapes all over your bottom. 2 more questions that people are Googling about the Winter Olympics. Why do speed skaters wear glasses? Mainly to protect their eyes from the wind and the tiny ice chips that are flying up because they're going 30 to 35
wind.
miles an hour. Yeah.
Did you see that speed skater from
Jutta Leerdman? No, not her.
the one from the Netherlands that's dating
Jutta. That's her
Jake
name.
Paul?
Jutta Leerdman.
Yeah.
The guy that beat up Mike Tyson?
Well, the kid that won gold is coached by a St. Louis native. I watched a story on Five on Your Side, which was really
Do we
cool.
have speed skating leagues here or teams?
We have
or
a couple of
club?
Olympians here.
Speed skaters?
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then why do ice skaters wear gloves? And the normal reason to keep their hands warm, but also to protect their hands from falls. Sometimes, though, they're just part of the costume. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know much about the rules of a lot of these winter sports, but I do know how much joy the RV brings us. I mean, every single time. Matter of fact, I was FaceTiming with Marcia, and she's like, when are we getting out on the RV? I really need some time in the RV. It's hard to explain, but it is just a peaceful place where you are away from everything and you're in a spot where you're among nature and you can look up at the stars. Maybe it's the trees. Maybe you're on a beach. You can take your little home wherever you want to go. And I mean, yeah, it would be great to have a lake house, but if you have an RV, any lake in the country is your lake house because you just drive it to wherever you want to go. And if you change your mind and you don't want to be on a lake, you want to go to a beach, you can do that the next weekend. Byerly RV has known that they are selling you an opportunity to spend quality time with family and friends, still with all of the things that you need to make yourself comfortable. Byerly RV has more than 30 brands of new RVs in stock. We're talking travel trailers, fifth wheels, camper vans, gas and diesel motorhomes. So they truly have something for everybody. And at every price point, it really is easy to get into the world of RVing. And it is a very affordable vacation because you can go, just an hour away and stay at a campground. And you're going to do that for less than $300 because you're going to do all the grilling and have all the fun around the campfire, making those s'mores. So check out ByerlyRV.com. Just see what they have. Or stop by the dealership there in Eureka at 109 and 44. I promise you, you're going to be impressed once you step inside just the single RV. And then you're like, I want to see more. Wait a minute. This has what? ByerlyRV.com.
You've had all these great ideas about what to do with your outside space. Now's the time to take the next step and call Outdoor Living because Pat Leahy and the gang at Outdoor Living have built a showroom, which is a great resource for you. You can go in and see all the products they have, the composite decking, the metal framing. You see, at Outdoor Living, what they pride themselves on is building it right the first time and never having to worry about it again. So they build it. You can enjoy it for the rest of your life. Outdoor Living, their showroom on Big Bend and I-44 in Kirkwood is a great resource for you. You can go and see all the different ways and all the different things they can do. Then they'll come out, they'll do a site visit, and in just a few short weeks, you will have the dream deck, fence, gazebo, pergola, whatever it may be. Outdoor Living right there in Big Bend and I-44 in Kirkwood. 314-966-3325 or OutdoorLivingInc.com. Check out the showroom and take that next step. You'll love it. Outdoor Living or OutdoorLivingInc.com. For all of your travel needs, you go to the best travel agency in the world. Granted, I'm a little biased. Altair Travel and Cruises. They'll take you wherever you want to go in style. They'll handle all the details. You handle all the fun. Don't go to the Googles. Don't make that mistake. It all starts at Altair Travel and Cruises on Brentwood Boulevard, 314-968-9600. Anywhere you want to go, let Altair Travel take you. AltairTravel.com.
When you want to send flowers to a loved one for a birthday, anniversary, or that special occasion, call your friends at Walter Knoll Florist. Walter Knoll is family-owned and operated and offers custom designs by expert designers. A huge inventory and selection that only the largest florist can offer, with quality and care that no grocery store florist can meet. They have several locations in the St. Louis metro area to serve you. Order online today at WKF.com. That's WKF.com. Walter Knoll Florist, your personal florist since 1883. Heart disease is the leading cause of death among Missourians. Uncontrolled high blood pressure, diabetes, and other heart-related diseases are leading factors linked to dangerous cardiovascular health issues. These conditions are often referred to as silent and not diagnosed until a person experiences signs or symptoms of a heart attack. Maintaining a healthy weight, quitting tobacco use, managing stress, getting enough sleep, moving 30 to 60 minutes a day, and scheduling regular health screenings are just a few things you can do to lower your risk. Learn more at health.mo.gov/high blood pressure.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Let's talk a little entertainment news. Did you guys watch Baby Reindeer? I don't remember.
No.
I binged it. It was so disturbing. Well, Jessica Gunning was the breakout star, and we just found out that she is going to portray Cass Elliot in My Mama Cass, a biographer drama about the singer in the, of course, 60s folk group, the Mamas and the Papas. It's adapted from her only child, Owen Elliott Kugel's memoir of the same name. The film will center on the life and legacy and the music of the influential artist, and it will detail his journey to dispel a long-standing unfair rumor about his mother's death at the age of just 32, and prove maybe that it was not due to choking on a ham sandwich.
So this is the little nugget I always like to pull out. Mama Cass, Keith Moon died in the same apartment. Separately, it's Harry Nilsson's apartment. When the cops got there to do, on the crime scene, there was a ham sandwich sitting next to the bed, but no bite had been taken out of it. So the question is, how did this, aside from the fact that she was a bigger woman?
I think that's
Yeah,
all
if
you need to know.
somebody said the ham sandwich was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Oh, she choked on
mean-
it, and then boom.
Cause of death was officially a heart attack.
Yeah.
So, Brad Pitt's F1 is getting a sequel. We don't know much other than that, but we'll see
You
what happens.
really liked it.
I loved it. Yeah.
Loved it. Text my wife and tell her that.
I liked it. Jen loved it.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
it doesn't hurt that Brad Pitt is amazingly
And
handsome.
He's filming another sequel right now.
Yeah.
In the adventures of
Clint,
Oh.
the stuntman. Cliff Booth.
Cliff. Yeah.
Oh.
Is that right?
I think that's right.
I think Javier Bardem's a pretty handsome guy. No? No? Okay. Well, Heidi and I have different taste in men.
Yes, we do. Forbes says that Disney lost $170 million on last year's Snow White remake. How much
No.
money do you have to lose $170 million? That says
I mean,
everything.
we try to watch everything Disney with Finn.
Yeah.
I brought it up. Hey, let's turn on that new Snow White. My wife's like, I don't want to see that.
And that's why they lost $170 million. Severance will run at least 4 seasons with the possibility of a prequel or sequel series. Are you guys watching it? It seemed too out there for me.
Wife and daughter love it. I have not seen it one scene.
Do you know the premise, though?
Is it alternate universes?
No, they work on such top secret stuff that when you walk in, you get to work, and then when you leave, they wipe your brain. So you go home, you're doing your stuff, you know that you work
So
on
you didn't
something.
even know you do
You don't
that.
even know what you do all day. But when you walk through that door, so
Okay.
I think it's an interesting premise. And then it's probably about the guy trying to say, well, you know what? What the heck is going on?
Kind of feels like I do when I leave every evening.
Like, am I
What did we talk about?
bombing villages with kids and stuff? You don't know.
Are
don't
you
know.
really saying that's a line, or you're just guessing now?
No, I'm guessing that's what
Oh.
the series is about. 84126, who's watching it?
I love that you just make up stuff.
Doesn't
It
that
has no-
sound? Doesn't
No,
that sound good?
it does
Intriguing?
not.
Well, except that it's not really a part of celebrity news,
okay.
entertainment
Yeah.
news.
All right.
It's
You're just making stuff
Tough.
up, and then somebody's going to tell a friend at happy hour. Is Severance really about bombing?
No, I didn't say it's about that. You question, what is it that I'm doing all day long?
If you've never seen it,
Not a minute. Not a minute of it.
Britney Spears sold her ownership stake in her music catalog. No word on how much money she got for it. You can never have enough Dolly Parton. In an interview that she did back in 2005, it's now making the rounds again. She was bragging to her dad about a statue of her that was put up in their hometown. And her dad said, I know to your fans, you may be some sort of idol. To the pigeons, you're just another outhouse.
Oh, my gosh. I like that phrase.
Right?
To the pigeons, Bob.
Uh-huh.
another outhouse.
As I mentioned, a story about Ella Langley was coming up. I said she was just named number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now she's officially the new face of American Eagle. She said that I have these photos growing up wearing American Eagle shorts that my mom bedazzled herself. It was the first pair of denim I loved. She said the same laid-back, outdoorsy vibe still defines her style today. And so this is kind of a full circuit moment for her. Her new album, Dandelion, comes out April 10th.
I like the song we just played.
Yeah.
And then when she performed at the CMAs or something,
yeah,
I
that's a good
texted
one.
you.
Mm-hmm. With Riley Green? Is that who she was with?
I know
Yeah.
you love me. That's fun.
No, she's very good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun songs. If you're looking for something to watch tonight other than the Olympics, you have Love Story, John F. K. Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. It's on FX Hulu. It's a 3-part miniseries starring Naomi Watts as Jackie Kennedy, and then The rest of the cast looks pretty good too.
I might try that.
Yeah, The Pit drops another new episode on HBO Max. Let's do a couple birthdays.
Oh, you want a couple of birthdays? I got some birthdays for you. How about actress Christina Ricci? Wasn't her film debut, and I didn't look this up, wasn't it in that Cher movie?
Yes,
Mermaids.
As
Wasn't
a
that
itty
her?
bitch. Yeah, so cute.
Yeah.
And then she was just incredible in Yellow Jackets.
Casper?
I'm going to say she's 41.
No, she's my age. 45. I bet she's 45 today.
46. You get this one, Josh.
Dang it.
Oh, No Country for Old Men. Josh Brolin.
Javier Bardem.
No, the ugly one, Josh Brolin.
Oh, now you're talking. Josh Brolin.
It's got to be a Goonies, Josh Brolin.
Avengers, Deadpool.
I'm going to say he's 55.
I forgot that he was the big purple guy. Thanos. I bet he's 61.
58. You guys are right in the middle. Let me find real quick. Arsenio Hall, who was the hottest guy in show business for a year or so.
And then
we might not have the same taste in men, but on cue, what did they call that?
Was it the Dog Pound?
Yeah, but wasn't there a name for the motion?
I don't know if there was a name for that.
You remember when Saturday Night Live did the bit? Johnny Carson.
Oh, he had the high top.
He was Carcinio. That is weird, wild.
Well, I mean, think of this. Bill Clinton went on the show.
Played the saxophone.
Played the saxophone. Yeah. It's iconic.
His show was the talk show for my generation.
Yeah.
I mean, that's who you wanted to watch because he had all the celebrities.
Yeah.
Quick guess.
68.
65.
70. Last one because he's a St. Louisan. Yamo Be There. Michael McDonald.
74.
I think he's 79. No, 81. 81.
How old did you say, Heidi?
74.
Bang, got it for the winner.
Finally! That is your evening entertainment report here on the Big 550 KTRS. Let me tell you real quickly, if you are sitting there listening to us, looking around at your house and think, oof, I got to do something. This door out to the patio is just not doing it for me anymore. You're thinking maybe you want to juzz it up a little bit. Maybe French doors, just maybe a prettier door from inside and out. Dalco Home and Remodeling can do it for you. They make their doors and windows here in Missouri. Custom made, by the way. Energy saving vinyl replacement windows. And then when it comes to doors, they can do sliding doors, French doors, front doors, you name it. And they can be custom painted or stained to whatever you're looking to do. But that's just a piece of the puzzle when it comes to Dalco Home Remodeling. They can redo your roof. They can do a complete bathroom remodel. So whatever project you're thinking about, make Dalco Home Remodeling your first phone call. 314-298-7300. You know, Dalco's slogan has always been, if you buy somewhere else and find out how much you could have saved at Dalco, you'll blow your stack. So call Dalco first, 314-298-7300, or go online to DalcoHomeRemodeling.com. 8 minutes before 6 o'clock, let's get one final check of traffic from Captain Paul.
Heidi, in Illinois, 64 East is congested from 255 past 157. 64 West is busy in front of Forest Park, and 64 East bogs down at 170 but thins out at Big Bend. This traffic report is brought to you by Fielder Electric. See what everyone is saying about the pros at Fielder Electric. Whether it's a new build or a 100-year-old home, Fielder Electric has you covered. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Now is the perfect time to fall in love with your next home. First Community has a home loan that is perfect for you. Our Smart Choice Home Loan is a 30-year fixed-rate loan with a great rate. And with a 10% down payment, you won't have to pay for private mortgage insurance. It's home buying made easy at First Community. $1 share deposit required. Must qualify for membership. Loan subject to credit approval. Rate, terms, and conditions subject to change without notice. MLS ID number 684198.
My name is Dan Head, and I'm the new owner of Patriot Build Sunrooms.
We are still a family company with a name trusted by St. Louis for sunrooms for over 40 years. We will continue to proudly serve our loyal customers with beautiful sunrooms as well as expanded offerings like outdoor fireplaces, outdoor grilling centers, and patio covers. And Patriot Build Sunrooms is proud to support the Backstoppers on KTRS. Give us a call for a free design consultation at 314-822-3232 or online at patriotbuildsstl.com.
Tune in to the Big Sports Show with Rick and Weesey every Thursday night at 8:02 for the Illini Report. Powered by Woods Basement Systems. For up-to-date info on the Illinois men's basketball team on the Big 550 KTRS. You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
All right, let's wrap this Thursday show up with a couple randoms.
Well, I got to tell you, since you asked the story behind the woof woof.
Yes.
It is a woof.
Is that what they call it?
They called the audience was the dog pound.
Uh-huh.
Right. Woof, woof, woof.
Yes.
And Arsenio said in 2013, he said, guys, I'm from Cleveland. And the Browns have the dog pound. He
That's
said,
where he got the idea.
I wanted people to know that I was from Cleveland because I'm proud to be from Cleveland.
I
So
had no idea the
on
correlation.
Very first episode, he asked the crowd to bark at him.
And it stuck.
It stuck.
Sure did.
And then he threw LeBron under the bus for going to Miami in the interview. It was still fresh in 2013. LeBron taking his talents to South Beach. All right. Instant replay started at the 1960 Winter Olympics. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know that, no.
Squaw Valley, California. Judges asked CBS if they could review the tape of the event to see if a skier had missed a gate on the slalom. And it gave CBS the idea to show replays, and they actually brought it out in full force a couple years later. I think it was in a football game.
That's interesting.
Changed everything.
That's interesting.
Here's where I get furious as a random nerd. I try to look up to see if they found out whether the slalom guy
Did
hit
miss
the gate
it?
or not. That information might be lost to the ages, but
I'd like to Google why do they call them gates instead of flags?
yeah, because they don't go
through them,
underneath them, they go around them.
Right.
Interesting. The sound of, I guess there's one on each side, so that's the gate that you pass.
Oh.
So, the sound of Darth Vader breathing is trademarked. In 2009, Lucasfilm applied. Careful. Say, in the Darth Vader voice, say, let's get ready to roll. Don't get sued twice. They have a sound mark. Instead of a trademark, it's a sound mark. And Darth Vader breathing is sound mark.
I mean, it is pretty recognizable. You guys, thanks for hanging out with us on this Thursday. I hope you had a little bit of fun, and hopefully you'll meet us back here starting at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Until then, see if you can put a smile on somebody's face.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right, it's all right. Bet your money all you like, it's all right, it's all right.
Oftentimes we talk about make sure you support local, and of course you want to support local, and when you support local and you need windows and doors, you call Larry Thornton and Joe Thornton from the Window Store, 314-739-0002. Why? Well, because they support local and you support local, right? And you're supporting your neighbor to make sure the job is done right. They go the extra mile. In fact, somebody called up Larry Thornton the other day looking for new windows. Larry went out to the house and said, you don't need new windows. These windows are fine. Thank you very much. Call me back some other time. The other reason why you support Larry Thornton at the Window Store, 314-739-0002, is because local companies support charities, and the Window Store is a proud sponsor of the KTRS Radiothon to support Backstoppers. So a local company that'll do it right with great windows and great doors, and they give back to the community, and big supporters of Backstoppers. You need windows, you need Window Store, wswindow.net.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
This year, I'm giving my hair salon a total makeover.
Total makeover sounds totally expensive.
We updated our logo and colors, so I